What's up, guys?
Wait, are we live?
We're live. Hoof heart.
Okay, we can
I got it
start.
right off the bat this time. What is Vince
Wait,
talking about? I never saw the
what
thumbnail.
what'd you get off the bat? What'd you say?
Who farted?
Oh, okay. So you did get it.
Yeah. I
The
didn't
the
see that.
whole
Did you do a thumbnail today?
yeah.
I
It
never
it
saw it. What
it
is it?
it's Vince with his cicada sample from
Uh,
Sam's Club.
Vince told me about that cicada
Well, we'll get into
trying to
that
take his
later.
life.
I'm sure there's a lot he didn't tell you about that
Okay,
cicada incident.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Good night, Vince.
You are not going to bed, Vince. Shut up.
Speaking of cicadas, if you look right there,
Did is that the one
there's
up there? Did you see the really cool ones they're advertising on Instagram?
they who.
I don't know who they is. There, it's been all over my Instagram. It's this cicada shirt, but it's
Oh,
really nice.
no,
That
this
looks
is
like
one.
something Steph did.
Yeah, this is one of Steph's, and she's
Okay,
got a new the convergence commemorative print that she did. Looks cool as shit.
maybe that's
I
hers
think.
that I've been seeing the advertising for, and I didn't pay attention.
Does it got the little Roman numerals up
I think
above?
so.
And
Yeah, it was
yeah,
a
that's
really
hers.
cool
That's hers.
logo.
She did a print for this whole
No, I thought what I saw
catastrophe.
you could get on a T-shirt. But I could
No,
be wrong.
no, no. That's not hers. Then um, I think I saved a picture of it.
Yeah. Who else? While
She
I was looking, let's see. We got Knife Nut 69, Fed Harrison. What's up, buddy? Space Ghost, Kyle Coonley, Demon Art, Jeffrey Dawson, as always, Joseph S.
don't talk to them fuckers. Why are you talking to them?
I'm just saying, hey, PNW fun stuff.
You kissing eye, you glazing's what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm trying to get some super chats.
Yeah.
Everybody go down and hit that super chat and send me some cash.
Oh, that one that doesn't exist
That's
anymore.
the
Is that the
one.
one
That's
you?
the
That's the
one.
one you're
Yeah.
talking about. That the invisible. It's you. Got to really look for it.
Yeah. Jeffrey
Let's
Dawson
see.
never hardly ever gets any recognition. So shout out to Jeffrey Dawson this week. Jeffrey Dawson. I don't remember a time when Jeffrey Dawson wasn't here. I know there's lots of y'all like that, but Jeffrey don't get a whole lot of call outs. So I'm shouting out Jeffrey Dawson tonight because yeah, I think he's been here for every live stream I've ever done. Oh, Donnie Bless is in the house.
What's up, Jeffrey?
I
I'm
made
sorry, late. I was looking for this and I found it, but
I made no, that's not the one I saw, but that is nice.
yeah, that's pimp.
Does it
That's
scare
for.
Vince?
He's terrified.
Yeah.
He is terrified. And it's got the brood numbers top
Yeah.
and bottom. Yeah,
I talked
that's
shit
some
about
good
Donnie
shit.
Bless one time and now he's in our live stream. You don't remember me bringing it up last week?
No, what'd you say?
No, it
I
wasn't
don't
on
pay
our live
attention.
stream. It was on Said Stevie. I think I have a hard time remembering now, but I said something about the fact that I wasn't even sure if I liked Donnie Bless, but we have different opinions on some things, but we get along good now. Well, Paul Mills is in here. That's how I make friends, talking shit, talking. Yeah, yeah. Actually, Donnie and I had an argument over the stupidest topic ever. Donnie and I had an argument over the term "good old boys" because Donnie
Oh,
uses the word "good old boys" in a negative fashion, and I
well,
think
there
"good
is
old boys" is a term of
there is a
endearment.
certain negativity to it if you're talking about like the good old boy system and shit like
I know,
that.
I know.
So,
I was just in a mood that night, and when he started talking shit, I had to talk shit back.
and
Yeah.
then you expressed interest in fucking his wife, and y'all became great friends, right?
No, that was Paparano.
Oh, okay. I mean, I thought that was your
And
mo
I
with
didn't express
everybody.
interest in
You
fornicating
start
with his
shit with
wife.
them, and
I just
then you.
said, in all honesty, when she popped up in my people you may know, our mutual friends were so low that I immediately assumed it was one of Steph's friends. So I thought, hey, this chick may be in Huntsville. And then when I looked into it, it was Paparano's wife. So yeah, that's how that
Yeah,
happened.
that was a whole weird little trail you went down, just automatically jumping to conclusions that never mind.
Yeah,
That was a little bit weird.
yeah. Never meaning no harm. It's
Oh,
all you
speaking
ever saw, been in trouble with the law since the day they were born.
R.I.P.
Whalen was the man.
He was one of the men.
Yeah, he was one of them.
He was one of the men. He wasn't the man.
Yeah.
He, one of my favorite.
Just to clarify though, before we go any further, that whole Mama Rhino thing was completely innocent. I just thought she was an attractive woman. Was curious who she was, and I found out it was Papa's wife.
Yeah, but until he found out it was Papa's wife, he wanted to throw the bone to her.
No, I never said
just
that.
Saying that.
I never said that.
Just putting that out there.
You're putting that out there, not me.
Are you into You watch much horse racing?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I was what's the place where they run the Kentucky Derby?
Kentucky.
I mean, what's the name of the? Isn't there a specific name of the like the?
You're thinking of the something Downs, aren't you?
So yeah,
I don't know if that's where the Kentucky Derby is. It's the
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Downs.
The chat. Do y'all know where they run the Kentucky Derby? Something.
Belmont?
No, it's not Belmont. That's a whole different race. That's like the Belmont Stakes, and then there's the Preakness.
Churchill Downs.
Churchill Downs. That's it. Churchill Downs.
Yeah.
Coincidentally, Churchill Downs is Shane's nickname when he smokes a cigar.
Churchill Downs. I've never been to the Derby.
Me either.
I think that's kind of like going to the Masters. You got to kind of be part of that club. You probably have to be Palmer Connolly to attend either one of them.
Yeah, it probably costs thousands, and you got to wear a funny hat.
Yeah, a shirt with a button and shit.
Yep, right there. Palmer said Derby's cool, so he's been.
Yeah. He probably drove his convertible Porsche there. Got out with one of them big hats on.
I've only been to the Derby, asshole. But you just made his point. You've been to the Derby.
Kyle Coonley's been to the Derby. Apparently, that's probably where he conceived Palmer.
Probably. I feel like Palmer's mom was pretty wet at the Derby.
Donnie Bless says he bet on it once. Poor horse broke his leg. That's my luck, too.
So, Danny DeCito, that's a good one there. I'm just assuming that Kyle has been to the Derby and the Masters.
Yeah, I'm sure Kyle's been to the Masters. The people I used to work for go to the Masters every year. They never invited me because they knew that was a bad idea. I love going fancy places and showing my ass. I turn my redneck up all the way to 10 when I go somewhere like that, just to remind those people that I can.
Just to remind them that you can take Shane out of the trailer park, but you can't take the trailer park out of Shane.
I've never lived in a trailer park. That's the
damn. I have. I've lived in a couple.
I've had some good times in one, but I've never lived in a trailer park. I take that back. When my dad left when I was 10, he didn't move into a trailer park, but he did move into a trailer, but it was way out in the middle of nowhere. That's where I met my stepsister.
I lived in a trailer park not too awful far from you. It was in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
That was when I was a wee bitty young child.
Actually, I met my stepsister when he was living with her mom in Tennessee, in Union City, Tennessee, on a farm. And I remember me and my future stepmother didn't get along very good because she sent me out to hunt eggs. I was excited. I'd never done it before. So I hunted eggs like it was Easter. You know what I'm saying, man? I looked everywhere. And I found some eggs tucked way back in the hay barn, dude. I had to really crawl up in there to get to this. And I found them. I brought them back. And she was going to cook breakfast, and she cracked one of them. And a half-formed baby chick fell out, and she threw up on the kitchen floor. And she was mad at me, like I should have known. I didn't know how to tell if they had. But apparently,
you hold them up to a light.
But I didn't have a light.
Yeah.
But
I mean, other than that, there's no way to tell until you bust them open.
Right, because those eggs were so hidden I went out of my way to find them that that had time to actually nest on them. So, in other words, the lesson I learned is you just look for the very obvious eggs. Don't search too hard.
Well, or you don't look for a pile of eggs that a hen's sitting on.
Well, I mean, she wasn't sitting on when I found them because when I came in the hay barn, some chickens ran
But
out. So I knew there
but
was
was it a pile of eggs?
Yeah.
Okay, then that's where you went wrong.
Right.
You just
Yeah,
look
now
for
I know. There's
singular
a clutch of them.
singular eggs. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a clutch
There's-
of them. They're sitting on them. If there's just one, they
Yeah.
just laid it recently. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why when I get my ducks, I'm not going to get any male ducks. I don't want any fertilized eggs. No fertilized eggs for me.
Well, I mean, if you catch them as soon as you as soon as
I
they
know.
lay them, you're not
I
going to
just
get
don't-
nothing but a little white spot on the yolk.
I know. I just don't want.
But which
Oh, it's a
I
little
mean,
red spot. It's a bloody spot.
No, it's typically just a little white spot, and that means it's fertilized.
From what I've watched, it was the little. It's a red dot of blood, and the reason nobody's ever seen it is because none of us have eaten fertilized eggs. Eggs from the grocery store aren't fertilized.
I ate fertilized eggs on the daily when I was growing up because we had roosters and hens, and we would gather our hens' eggs. We'd let them sit on we'd let them lay and set on one little group every year, just so we could have chicks to sell. But
right.
The rest of them, we'd go gather them up every day.
I think I've got meathead talked into ducks too. What made up my mind was I didn't want ducks at first because of the water and the mess that they make. But I didn't know this, but you don't have to provide ducks with swimming water. They don't need it at all.
No.
Now, it's nice to buy them pool, let them swim once a week just to make them happy, but they don't need to swim ever. They still need a lot of water because they drink a lot. But they've got these little watering things where they can just get their heads in and they don't make a mess.
Yeah, we used to have these little tray cubby. No, they were just shit my mom brought home from school. They were shit they used at the elementary school to the little bins they would put in put shit in. They were little plastic bins. She had those.
Yeah, probably so if you leave them open like that.
That deep.
They'll stick their head because they need to be able to stick their head in to wash out their nostrils.
Yeah.
And if you leave it open like that, they'll raise up and shake and sling water everywhere. They've got these little duck waters that have holes just big enough for their heads to go in, and they'll do all that inside, so they're not.
Well, I mean, our shit was out in the yard. It didn't matter if they shook their fucking heads off out of the.
I'm trying to keep from having a muddy mess. I don't want the muddy mess.
They didn't make a muddy mess.
And
ours didn't.
And ducks shit nearly pure water anyway.
Yeah.
But the good thing about their manure is that it's a instant fertilizer, where chicken manure is too hot. It'll burn your stuff up.
What's up, Eric?
If you guys can't tell, I've been down the duck egg rabbit hole. I've learned a lot.
Oh, we can tell. This is the second week you discussed getting ducks. So
well, it's because
I feel like
if you ever eat a duck egg, you'll know why I feel that way.
I mean, I have, and I get it.
If all you want is scrambled eggs, though, there's no point. There's not a difference.
I mean, there is. They're going to be richer.
A taste difference, but to really get the most out of a duck egg, you want them fried, over medium.
Yeah,
that's where you really get the benefit. I just like the idea of being able of knowing I have something to feed myself, even if the grocery stores were to.
But so this brings up a question because we're just used to eating eggs. Eggy American. We're used to eating eggs. It's just something we grew up doing.
Right.
So imagine that first guy that was like, hey, that white thing just popped out of a duck or chicken, a bird's ass.
Yeah.
Let me cook it and eat it. Like what?
They're probably sure they didn't cook it. But they probably saw like a crow or a raccoon crack one open and eat it. And I think back then, if a mammal ate it, it was probably okay for you to eat.
That had to have been way back when, because nowadays we don't just look at things that mammals eat and say, "Oh, I'm going to eat that."
Yeah, we're in a different situation.
It had to have been like Neanderthal times, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
It just that first guy that took that plunge that was like, I'm gonna take that white thing that just popped out of that bird's ass and eat it.
It is odd when you think about it. Shane, did you get it all sorted out? Did I get what sorted out, Ewee?
I think maybe you and your stepsister. Oh, and going back to Palmer, I don't. He said something about that's where Shane boned his stepsis. I don't know what he was talking about. No, but he actually just boned his stepsis at the house. There was no special place that he boned her. It was just at the house. So
Well, like I said, my
just to
dad
set that
bought
record straight.
my dad bought a single wide trailer. So it was him and his new wife and 4 kids. And it was just 3 bedrooms. So like the boys had a room, the girls had a room, but we were all at the opposite end of the trailer hanging out. So
yeah. Well,
hey,
here's the
who is
thing,
in
Palmer. Here's the thing. Like we humans, as a rule, have just eaten animals. Which okay, that's whatever. I'm going to eat an animal, but the guy that decided he was going to eat something that came out of an animal's ass is my question.
And we already talked about that too. We only caught lobsters. We started catching lobsters and crabs to feed slaves back in the day. That was cheap garbage food, they considered it. And they figured out to put some seasoning on it and dip it in butter. So thanks to them for that. Who is in OCD? Did they mention how Rickard broke his Formax? I had already left to come to my live stream, and I saw a picture of it. It was broken in half right at the pivot. Did he mention how he did that? Vince says lobsters were originally fed to prisoners in the prison colony. Yeah. So yeah, anybody that you had to feed but you didn't really care about, that's who got the lobsters and crabs and stuff.
The prison. I like how he says the prison colony of Australia because Australia was literally a prison colony.
So was the state of Georgia.
Represent.
Yeah.
Go Dogs.
Was originally a that's where they sent all the bad people.
Or as Larry Munson used to say, hunker down, you hairy dogs.
Yeah. Rickard said he was going to do some careful batoning. First hit it broke.
Okay, so there you go. You don't baton with a folding knife, people.
This is true. Even if it's the strongest folding knife.
I don't give a good goddamn how strong the pivot
I've been
is.
putting a lot of thought into this.
Don't baton with a folder.
As I've been making fixed blades, just the fact that it's a pocket knife, the fact that it has a hinge in it, tells you it's not for hard use.
No, because that's the weakest point of the knife right there.
Right.
Is the pivot.
I've even been questioning why are we so hung up on knives that hinge when they're
you go to hell, Palmer Connolly. You go straight to hell, Palmer Connolly. Because Georgia rules.
Yeah.
Where'd he go? Right here.
Go Dogs.
Go fucking Dogs.
Yeah.
I mean, where the fuck you think Herschel Walker came from?
Yeah.
I mean, he was born.
Early Kyler to tell you all about it.
I believe he was actually born in Meridian, Mississippi, but he came out of UG of A.
Oh, they're still talking about cars. Palmer got everybody on driving fast. Ain't nobody paying no attention to us.
Palmer probably don't even drive fast.
Folders are just broken fixed blades, right? They're already broke. On purpose, but they're already broke. Palmer, I think you're wrong there, buddy. Because down here you can buy a perfect running Grand Marquis with a 4.6 in it for $500. And if you strip it down to nothing, you can make it quicker than you think it'd be. Yeah, Donnie Bless to tell you, it ain't about money. If you baton an engine block, yeah. Yeah.
Amen. Let me get that.
That's a mistake a lot of people make. You come to places like Alabama, and think you're fast, and some dude will roll up beside you in a 83 Cutlass that looks bone stock and absolutely smoke you. They don't. It's getting better now, but used to the fastest cars in town were never what you thought they would be. It was just some
Have
guy
you
that worked in the junkyard that.
have you ever watched any of that donk racing?
I've seen some of it. Yeah, it's usually square body Caprices and Grand
with,
Marquis.
with like 22s on them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
See, Eric said he went to Georgia last year, and I'm assuming he's talking at about Blade Show because I saw him there, and that's in Georgia.
Yeah,
and
we
he
met him out there
enjoyed
in the
it.
lobby, didn't we?
Yep, I'm
The
sure.
lobby really is the place to be. Dude. We meet more people in the lobby because when you're on the floor, everybody's
Well,
walking like
no, actually,
a moving mass.
and I think you were there. I think we met him at the same time. It was like the entrance to the
Yeah,
big room.
in the
We were
lobby.
standing right in. No, not the lobby. We were in the big room, like right inside the big
I
room.
thought
We
we
weren't
met him
outside.
right outside the big room. I could be
No,
wrong.
we were right inside.
Yeah,
And I feel like Eric can probably confirm that.
I think we were outside the main entrance.
No, we were inside.
Whatever you say.
See, Evil E says, "Yep."
Scott,
So it's whatever me and the guy we met says.
Scotty and I agree with you, buddy. I hope they have more seating because that's the thing. People think I sit out there so much because I don't want to watch. It's just that once you lose that seat, the odds of getting another one are pretty slim. There's literally like, correct me if I'm wrong, Scott, but right there around the main entrance, there might be 20 chairs, and that's it. There ain't nowhere else without like going down to the food court. I mean, there are other places to sit, but to be close, there's probably not more than. Now, if you go over to the ballroom where the small room is, there's more chairs, but nobody's ever over there.
Just bring your own one of those little folding camping chairs, sling it over your back. So wherever you go, you got a seat.
Well, Maddie brought that little collapsible stool.
Yeah. The first person I ever saw that was like pimping those out was Jimmy Slash. He brought one to Blade Show, and
Dude, I met Jimmy Slash my first year, and I didn't go to meet him again after that. He scared me, dude.
He had COVID that year, you know that, right? And he was going through it.
He shouldn't have been there, but I walked up to, and dude, that dude was soaking wet. He was sweating bullets. I thought he needed to go to the emergency room, and it kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Scared you a little? So what you're saying is you're scared of Jimmy Slash and Frozen? Not the movie. You are Frozen. You're frozen as shit with a weird look on your face, like you don't trust Evil E. Like you're kind of side-eyeing Evil E's little comment down there. So I'm not sure what's about to happen. I feel like shit's about to hit the fan because...
If he was that sick with COVID, he certainly didn't need to be shaking.
Whoa. Dude, then you went fast as hell. You just
I guess I'm back.
You froze like a motherfucker, and then you went chipmunk speed for about 2 seconds. That was weird.
Dude, I'm hardwired and everything. That hasn't happened since I started plugging the Wi-Fi straight into my computer. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, well. You was mean mugging the hell out of fucking Evil E's comment. So I think you need to apologize.
I don't know which way to look.
Now are you... We don't either because your audio is not matching up with your lips moving. It's like a kung fu movie.
Is it? Is it still out of sync?
Well, not now. It was there for a second.
Okay.
No, you're good now.
I was just thinking. About how fortunate I was last year, and I'm sure most of y'all know this story, but I got my entire Blade Show last year, other than my food, was financed by one Mr. Simplify EDC guy, and it was awesome. I won a giveaway from Vince that provided me with my tickets and $500 spending cash. I spent all 500 of that on American-made folders, and my money I just used to eat, and it was awesome.
Vince is pretty good. Can we talk about Vince for a second?
Absolutely, we can talk about Vince can come on here if he wants to.
He can, but I've got some. I got some stories about Vince.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so we went to Sam's Club today.
Yeah.
And on the way across the parking lot, we just happened to see a fucking one of them red-eyed cicadas chilling, like in the parking lot. We don't know if he was dead or what. I took a picture. We go in, so I mean, we got cicadas on the brain, but then we forget about it. We get inside, and I turned to say something to him, and he has a freaking cicada just sitting on his shoulder, and it's my fault. And I couldn't help it. I was so shocked. I turned to say something. There's a cicada there, and I was like, "Whoa!" He goes, What is it?" So I'm trying to get my phone out to get some video of it sitting on his shoulder, but he's moving because I went, "Whoa!" And the son of a bitch crawls up his neck, so he feels it. He freaking like half grab, half slap, smushes the bastard against his neck, yells basically screams like a little girl, and then slings it across Sam's like onto the floor. Dude, it was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
I wish you had got footage of that.
I was hating it so bad, like, because I was literally, I had my camera open, was bringing it up. As soon as I got it up to level and was about to hit the button, that's when it like went up his neck and he flipped the frick out.
Yeah, let me tell you how he explained it to me. Hang on.
I'm sure it was a lot less girly than what actually happened.
Yeah. The story I got. This is what I heard.
It was not ninja. It's just chilled on your
This is
shoulder.
my message from Vince. A cicada jumped on my back and worked his way up to my neck. By the time John saw it, right before it got to my neck to open up my dorsal scapular artery, I ninja punched it off. I almost died today. My life flashed before my eyes. And I said, "Damn, Vince." He said, "I ain't ever even been to Disneyland, and I almost died before I ever could." And I said, "I'm glad all that USMC training came in handy." Vince said, "It did. And I'm glad I learned it. Extremely close flipping call." And I said, "I'd start planning that trip to Orlando soon just in case, Vince." He said, "That's a good idea. Because with these daggone flying demons everywhere, you just never know when your last day is going to be."
Yeah, Vince, you should probably not buy any green bananas right now.
Why?
Well, because they'll fucking still be green when he dies because they're not going to get ripe quick enough.
Yeah. Oh man.
And to not to contradict his story, but it never touched his back. Literally, it was just sitting on his shoulder like a little parrot.
He just did. He said it was working his way. What was that vein he called?
How would he know? He didn't even know it was there until it hit his neck. And I literally told him, I said, "Dude, there was a freaking cicada on your shoulder. That's why I said, whoa, I wanted to get some
According
video."
to Vince, that cicada was trying to open up his dorsal scapular artery.
I don't even think that's a thing. I don't even think that exists.
Well, we don't know now
because dorsal is on your back.
Yeah.
Well, I guess because your scapula is your shoulder blade, but I don't think there's a dorsal scapular artery. I don't think that's a place you can get shot and bleed out as like right around your shoulder blade.
He was going to open it up and suck all his blood out.
No, I'm just saying, you don't want to get shot or cut in your femoral artery or your what's the one up here? And don't say jugular vein because that's a freaking vein, not an artery. Carotid.
Yeah.
You don't, but they never mention your dorsal scapular artery as a place you don't want to get shot.
Yeah.
So yes, I am 100% going to be an ATL, Ian Coates.
Yeah. Who all stayed at the house again? What's our brood?
Hell if I know. I can't keep up with it.
Me, you, Vince, Grumpy, G-Ball, Iggy, and her bodyguard. And
she's gonna have Iggy's gonna have a couple of bodyguards because I think her son's gonna be with her the whole time, and then she's also There's a friend of hers that's coming in for, I think, one night.
You don't think the bodyguard's because of me, do you?
No, I 100% think the bodyguard is because of you. There's no doubt about it. No bout a doubt it.
I'm sorry, Iggy, if I made you uncomfortable.
Ian Coates, I'm gonna hug your fucking face off, dude.
Yeah.
So you better be ready.
What do you think the odds of me and Iggy getting
Don't you dare threaten me with a good time, Ian Coates.
Yeah. I hugged him first last year.
Yeah, well, guess what?
What?
You didn't hug Ethan.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, later.
He hugged me before he left. He wouldn't hug me.
Finally, finally. You know what? The first thing I did when I saw Ethan, I gave him a hug.
Well, see, I messed up. I asked, and he was like, "I'd rather you didn't."
No. Let's tell the truth. He said, "I'd rather you didn't," and then he gave you a $250 knife instead to keep you. He paid you a $250 knife to keep you from hugging him.
That was on top of the $500 worth of knives that Vince bought me, and on top of the free beers that me and Iggy got.
Dude, I got some of those
beers.
I know that dude. That night we were in the pit. It's because dude had his keg messed up, so he was just giving them away to get rid of them so he could fix his keg. And so that was a weird situation because there was these two very attractive younger girls standing next to me at the little bar booth thing.
I remember.
So he handed me the beer. He's like, "Here, you can just have this. Let me go fix my keg." So I took a big old swig out of it and set it back down. Then one of the girls grabbed it and started drinking. I was like, hey, I drank out of that. And she was like, I don't care. I was like, that's weird. Can we go to your room?
At least you didn't get assaulted like Tim Reeve did. I thought I was going to choke that girl out.
Palmer, you shut your filthy whore mouth, dude. It's never nipple time.
I did find Ian standing in line waiting to get in the door. There's no point in standing in line, guys. Like, I don't know how long Ian stood in line, but he stood in line, and I just walked up and down the line meeting people and greeting people, and then the line literally disappears in seconds. Like it just goes away almost instantly. So unless you're there to run up to snag a Rosie or something, there's no point in standing in line. Don't sweat that. What time should I get there and all that crap? Unless you're trying to get a hold of a knife that you know is going to sell out instantly, you don't have to partake in line standing or getting there early. None of that. Yeah.
No, you do not have to do that.
Yeah. Matter of fact, Saturday I didn't even get there till what? Like 1 o'clock. I slept late. I slept late because I was up really late the night before.
You was being a little bitch because we were all up late the night before, but you had to sleep in, get your little nappy nap in.
Yeah.
Because I remember texting you, and I was like, "Where the fuck you at?" And you're like, "I'm still sleeping. I'll be there later." That's what I'm screaming, Joe. Like, what the? You don't eat chicken, Vince? I think you're full of shit.
Kyle, I don't know if I have a reason to run straight to the Spyderco booth this year. I don't know. To be honest with you guys, there's really, I don't know of anything I'm super interested in this year. My desire to own multiple knives has dwindled. I think I'm going to be one of those boring people that spends more time looking at scale materials and such.
Oh, so Bless Knives has a table at the Blade Show.
Yeah,
that's cool. We'll have to go hang out.
We'll see Donnie.
We'll have to hang out at the table like we did with Steven last
I'll tell
year.
you guys now, dude. All the really cool tables, and I know people aren't gonna believe this, but
They're in the small room.
they're in the
I'll
small
go
room.
ahead and say it.
That's where you
They're in
go
the
to
small
buy a
room.
knife from a guy that makes knives,
Yeah.
not from a company.
There are some, especially like when you walk in on the far right hand side, that whole right hand side, there's a lot of custom knife makers.
Yeah.
Over there, but the left hand side and the perimeter and all that shit's just the big companies.
Yeah.
That
I
kind
mean,
of suck.
I don't
Except for I will be going to Rosecraft to get my Swags hug again this year. Gotta
she's
get
all Prego and shit now.
I don't give a fuck. She can still hug.
No.
Her face ain't pregnant. That thing's pretty as hell.
Bless, are you talking about Grateful Panic right there? Oh, Bless is in the big room. Yeah, so there are some custom makers in the big room.
See there? I got your back, Bless.
Yeah. Yeah. But I know like Edgy Blade Works, a lot of those guys, Steve Clary, they're all over the small room. Hey, John, I am excited about one thing, though. More excited about any knife in that joint.
My name is Hoofharder.
Alex Garland is going to be at Blade Show. And I know this because he told Steve he was going to come up to his booth. Dude, if I don't catch Alex Garland there, I really want my picture made with Alex Garland. I love that dude, man. That's Outdoors 55.
You like kissing with tongue love him or
no?
Oh, okay.
No. I think he makes the best knife content on the internet, hands down. Because it's more knife and knife life related content. It's not, hey, buy this, buy this Chinese knife and use my code, and I'll get $2.76, and the CCP will get 20 of it. There's none of that shit. But yeah, Dixie fucked. What does that mean, Tommy?
I don't know, but Kyle's her face ain't pregnant. Mouth hugs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I was Dixie wrecked last week. If maybe that's what he's talking about, I don't know. I'm just basically some random dude that shows up for Shane's dumbass live streams.
That's not true. John is the originator of the knife live
no, I 100%
He's the originator
am not.
of the super chill knife related hangout live stream. He started it. He brought us all together and made us all friends. And now he blesses
that.
me.
Hey, don't blame me for that shit. That's fucked up. I didn't cause all this.
Yeah, you did. You caused a lot of it. You caused a lot of it. Heretic Knives had that awesome City Lounge. I don't remember that. I was excited about Heretic. I'm not positive how it happened, but I thought Heretic was going to have that high-end slip joint last year that they were making in the USA for $200, which made, in my opinion, Jack Wolf completely irrelevant. But I don't know if something happened and they didn't have it there. I don't know.
You guys are just glazing right now.
Yeah. Microtech had a couch area. I didn't notice that either.
So that would be like competing lounge areas, wouldn't it? Because isn't Heretic a Marfione too?
Yes, it's Tony Marfione's son.
Yeah, so they were. What were they competing with? How well their customers could lounge?
I like Heretic's knives, but I've never been interested in a tactical pen until I handled Heretic's tactical pen. Dude, that thing's like $280, but it is so badass, man. It's not badass because it's an ink pen. It's not badass because you could use it as a self-defense. It's just badass because of the machine work that went into making it. It is a piece of machinist art. It's awesome.
What classes you got tomorrow, Palmer? Did you do your homework also? Because that sucks showing up. I never did my homework. showing up in class and they take up homework and you like got nothing to hand in and you feel all
Ian, if you're talking
like
about me putting,
embarrassed and shit.
if you're talking about me putting Jack Wolves on blast, I have to be careful with that because a lot of people in here love them and own them. I don't want to hurt their feelings, so I have to be reserved with that kind of stuff. I just feel like if Heretic can make it for that much less than a Chinese company can, it just it makes everything, all the arguments irrelevant. They're all irrelevant. That dude's just charging you an insane amount of money to make himself wealthy.
Dude, Palmer is just like a constant flex, dude. Like he's in constantly in flex mode. I don't really have homework in this accelerated program while I'm accelerating my Porsche.
You can't even beat an accelerated program without a rollie. You know Palmer's got a rollie, dude.
He's got a rollie.
It might be, the $5,000 one, but he's got one.
Yeah. Or it was like his dad's old one before his dad bought his new one.
Yeah.
That just a hand-me-down rollie, but he's got a rollie.
Yeah.
I don't really have homework in this accelerated program.
I've been in the midst of a lot of these conversations recently, and I've tried to stay out of them because I'm always accused of being hateful when they come up. But somebody was talking about that the other night, talking about knife prices and Riot versus American makers, and
look at this mother.
Vaughn of all people brought it up. You can buy a Hinder for $425. Why would you spend near that on a Chinese made knife? And then everybody wants to start it. But Hinder's the worst heat treat. Dude, I've made videos about Hinder's heat treat. There are certain steels I don't want Hinder to even use. The fact that he does S45V in well, we'll stick to S45V in then, man.
Yeah.
But, and I don't know what Donnie charges for a custom made folder, but how much more money is it worth knowing that Donnie, an American made dude trying to live the dream, did that with his hands in his shop versus it was all just contracted out to these different little shops that made all the pieces, and somebody put them together and charged you $400 for a Chinese knife.
Look at it. I'm telling you, constant flex. Other way around. I gave my dad one.
I don't believe 90% of what Palmer says. That's the best comment she's ever made. I just choose to just believe it all, Kathleen. Just believe it all, and it makes him that much more interesting.
It does, 100%. Vince had a little flex on his ass today, and apparently he flexes a lot.
Vince's biggest flex is just fucking flip flops.
No, because I noticed it before, but today we're at Sam's Club, right?
Yeah.
And he's looking for a specific product, so he goes up to a Sam's employee, and he's like, "Hey, where do y'all keep such and such?" Now I've noticed this before. He does the same thing in Costco, but when they're like thinking of where it could be, he's like, "Well, so we're in Sam's." He's like, "Where do you keep the French pastry stuff?" And she's thinking, he's like, "Because Costco keeps it such and such place," and he does that. If we're at Costco, he'll ask where something is, and he's like, "Well, at Sam's they keep it here." So I asked him about it, and you know what the reason is? What? It's a subtle flex on his part to let that person know that he's got a membership at both stores.
I see.
He is balling enough to have a Sam's and Costco membership. So to let that employee know that he has to tell them,
"Are you ready?
This is where Costco keeps it."
Are you ready to get us copyright struck? We're gonna sing.
Does it matter?
Birthday. I mean,
I ain't singing shit. I don't sing.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh,
happy birthday to you.
Happy
birthday, said Stevie Wonder Woman. Happy birthday to you.
Do you even know how musical notes work?
No, I can't sing.
Okay. Shit. No, you can't.
I'm hoping everybody in the chat sang along, though. I'm subbed. Steve, it's the thought that counts, man.
No, not always. Not always.
Yeah, when it comes to music, the thought means nothing.
Yeah, sometimes you should keep your thoughts to yourself.
Thanks, Dr. Drew, dude. I appreciate that. He's very kind. How long before shutdown? I don't know, PNW. I don't know.
Hopefully soon before he sings something
I will
else.
say this. I did get a little scared last week. I took last week's live stream down. I deleted it.
I saw that. For what?
Because something I showed on last week's live stream, come to find out, can get your channel shut down with one strike.
What,
It's
your
like
wiener?
the biggest no-no on YouTube. You can do it on a video. You cannot show a pew on a live stream.
You showed an actual pube?
I did.
Oh. I don't remember that.
Luckily, nobody reported me, and I deleted it.
Like, were you holding the pube, or did you show a pube like in your crotch?
A pew.
Oh, a pew. Oh, well, you were warned about that.
Welcome to the shit show. Hey, here we go again. Welcome to the shit show with Edgy American.
How about that?
That whole time I thought you were saying pube. But yeah, you were warned about it a couple times while you were flashing your pew about.
I don't look at the chat.
I know you don't. You don't care about the people.
I just forget sometimes. Shane waving his bricky.
Well, I'm going to go wave my wiener at the toilet and pee real quick.
What am I going to talk about while you... Oh, dude, I hate when you do that. If he comes back and he's passed out drunk, guys, I pre-apologize. I know how to read, Palmer. I read good. I even know what the words mean when I say them out loud most of the time. You can't especially hold one. Well, I did. So I deleted that live stream. So for all you guys who were looking forward to the quality entertainment from last week, being able to enjoy it in the future, I apologize. Don't do it. Wait a minute. Do it. What do you mean, Palmer? Get your gun out while it's gone. No, I'm not doing that again. Shane, tell us another TJ story. Tijuana. I've only been to Tijuana once. It was beautiful. It was an awesome experience. See, Lancelot Leather said I read well. Ed, I can't do memberships anymore. I'm no longer available for monetization. And I wish it was because of my content, something that I did wrong, something I could be proud of, but it was for a stupid reason. It was my fault. I deserved it 100%. I didn't even fight it. I probably could have and apologized and bent the knee, and maybe they'd have gave it back, but whoops, I've shown pews on Javon's live. Yeah. Apparently, the thing is, guys, if you show it on a recorded video, that gives them a chance to review it and decide if they'll allow it. But the thing about live streams is because you're giving them no opportunity to filter anything, they're very picky about what you do on a live stream. Yeah. I did think it was kind of what's weird though. I did think it was shitty. It's a very personal attack because if you read my little ban notice, I don't know where it's at now. I can't start a new channel. People within my household can't start a YouTube channel if it comes from this IP address and be monetized. Like I'm banned from this IP address or whatever you call it. I'm banned from monetization. Even if I started a whole new channel about picking daisies in the garden.
That's not true. What they said was you can't direct traffic from this channel to another channel. You can start a new channel with all new subscribers and shit. I mean, even if...
Yeah, I can start a channel. It just can't be monetized. It said that.
it will once you get to 1,000. You just can't direct. No, I read your shit,
Oh,
dude.
okay, maybe so then. Maybe
You just can't direct traffic from here to
in other
there.
words, I can't say, "Hey guys, go over to this channel."
Exactly.
I have to build it
Not
organically.
from this channel. You can't. You could probably do it from Instagram or some shit. But
Oh, I see what you're saying. Either way, it ain't no big deal, man. Because this is the thing. YouTube lost out just as much as I did. YouTube never paid me I never made any money off YouTube. All the money I received was from you guys. And they were taking 30-40% of that. So all they did was stop themselves from being able to take your money. I mean, yeah, I got some of it, and it was nice, and I appreciate it. But
he rolled
that's
around.
dumb when you think about it, because they never had to pay anything out of pocket to me.
Tell the truth. When you got your YouTube money, you roll around in it naked in your bed, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, yeah.
100%.
It was like a couple $100 a month, and every penny of that came from my subscribers. I could understand if they were having to, if I was costing them money, but I wasn't. They were just getting you guys' money for free, and they decided that they weren't going to do that anymore. They're still going to run ads on my shit. They're just, they're just not going to get y'all's free money, and I'm perfectly fine with that.
Dude, this is 100% one of my favorite things to do is shoot pew-pews naked while smoking meth.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds like the love of my life.
Yeah.
If I could find I say that. I'm not down with the meth, though. I had a little incident with that, didn't I, John?
With the meth?
The meth kind of scared me off for one.
I don't know if I remember this.
I told you about dropping my phone in the couch cushion, and I went to get it out.
No.
Yeah, that's
when
why
did you tell me this?
That's why I don't associate with that person anymore. Just a few months ago.
Okay, we'll figure it out later. I don't remember,
the last professional dancer I was talking to apparently had
a
meth issue.
Oh, okay, yeah. By professional dancer, you mean she like classical, like ballet?
Ballet, yeah.
That ballet.
Naked.
A ballerina. You dated a ballerina? Well, not date. You
a naked one.
You had fun with a ballerina.
Yeah, she didn't look like a meth head though. What's weird? She held it. She hit it very well.
It was filters.
No, even in real life.
It was still a filter.
I guess. Yeah. Breaking shame. No, I was out. I was like, you know what, man? I've made a lot of bad decisions in my life. It's time I stopped making those kind of decisions. So I walked away from that. No nips. That's BS. Yeah, Forrest, they took y'all's ability to pay for nips away.
Yep. Thank God. I mean,
I would put my PayPal up here for you guys to support the channel, but then I would feel pretty gross. To be honest with you.
Would you feel gross if Kyle or Patina dropped the link?
They don't even have the link.
But if they did have it and were able to drop it, would you
why
you said
gross? If I allowed people to support me through YouTube and let YouTube keep some of it, the only difference is this way YouTube doesn't get it, but it feels gross.
But it should.
It's after my e-begging, but I mean I don't e-beg, or do I? Is showing my nipples for money the same thing as e-begging? I don't know.
No, that's e-prostitution.
Oh, I'm all about prostitution.
Yeah. So
I know that's the thing, Pretty Fly. I don't know, but for some reason, to me, the thoughts of putting in my PayPal makes it feel like I'm asking for money, even though on YouTube I had to activate the donation, the little $sign. I don't know why. It just feels weird. I may do it. I don't know. Be a tri-state and give us your PayPal. That's probably why I haven't done it. But
Wait,
but you guys don't know how much I appreciate that, though, dude. That literally, for you guys that know me and know, uh, that I live off of a disability check, and I don't want anybody to feel sorry for me because my wife still has a good job. I'm lucky to be in a situation that I'm in that I'm not doing without. So, but y'all still don't know how many times that came in clutch. Like, it would be the difference between putting gas in my truck or not, stuff like that. It was a huge help. But
or you could just drop your address in the chat, and people could mail you birthday cards with like $5 in it.
that is
your grandma.
part of what upsets me too is they kept my birthday money. There were people that were really kind to send me that money for my birthday, and I don't know if I'll ever get it or not.
Oh, you
They told
didn't?
me I would. It might just take a while.
That's fucked up. I thought you had gotten that before but no, you got the previous months, didn't you?
I got the previous 3 months.
Oh, okay.
3 months to break $100 to even get paid. I got that, and then right after that, they demonetized me after my birthday live stream. I think that was around $85, $90 that night. I don't remember. Shane usually asks me to mail him my donations in singles. I don't need monetary gains from you, Kyle. You've been a good friend to me and helped me through some pretty dark times.
So he'll show you his wiener for free.
Yeah, you don't know how much I appreciate it. And I haven't talked about this much either, but it was actually this is kind of a sensitive subject for me. I hadn't talked about it much, but it was actually a conversation I had with Cletus, with Mr. Patina Turner, that it's embarrassing to say that conversation had that much effect on me, but after telling him some things, I could literally feel the shame. Like he didn't badmouth me, he didn't say anything mean to me, but it was very clear that he was kind of ashamed of me, and that weighed really heavy on me. And I decided to make some changes in my life, and my mental health has done nothing but go up since then. I will forever be in debt to Patina for that tough love. Now, some of that, and once again, thanks to my mental health issues, some of that led to our friendship being hindered somewhat. But even with all that said, I still love him to death. I respect him like I do very few other people. And yeah. So if you're listening, Patina, I really, really appreciate you being ashamed of me and making me want to be a better person. So there, I made it public. Oh, I do have some news. And before you react too negatively, John, I woke up early this morning and I went on to Grumpy Grunt's. I didn't even know Grumpy Grunt did an early Sunday morning live stream, but he does. And it was a pretty good one this morning, man. I really enjoyed it. And Drewby was in there and said hello. Are you muted?
Oh, shit.
Oh,
nope.
Anyway, so Drewby was in Grumpy Grunt's live stream and said hello. And he said hello about the same time I did. So we kind of stumbled across each other at the exact same time. And he never commented again after that. And I'm not saying it's because he realized I was in there. I don't know. But I kind of want to talk about that for a second, guys, because I don't think there was anybody in the community that didn't agree that what I did wasn't called for or necessary. However, that entire Drewby Toon situation, Kyle still loves to joke about it, and that's fine because parts of it are funny. But it has bothered me ever since because I never felt like the guy set out to rip me off. And in the end, he did overpay. And I know everybody's reasoning for that was, it's because he got caught and he wanted to say whatever. But the reason why it bothers me is because I think about it. If that happened right now, with the state of mind I'm in now, there's no doubt that I would have handled it differently. So how much of my depression and my manic craziness contributed to that, I don't know. I don't feel like I owe him an apology, but I just don't think I would have handled it the same way today as I did then. I wish it had never happened. It was all completely unnecessary. Literally all it required, all that was needed to stop all that was a 5-minute conversation. And I was denied that. So I had to make decisions on my own. And all I'm getting at is that my decision-making process now is different. Yeah, Scott's the thing. That's the shirt guy. So all I'm saying is, if you guys see him in a chat, I don't want to ever think that somebody would be rude to him on my behalf because I don't have any hard feelings. I can't tell you guys how to feel. That's completely up to y'all. He made that bed, whether he did it maliciously or just out of not knowing how to deal with people. Because I do feel like he has some barriers there with dealing and communicating with people. I don't think he processes things the way the majority of us do. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying welcome him back with open arms. You guys know I don't tell anybody what they can and can't say, what they can and can't feel. But the only reason I feel that way is because I question any decision I made then. Any of them. So, yeah. That's pretty funny, Vance. Yeah. You did, Carl. I sold that knife to Carl. It literally did. It just after I had it and I had it here, as much as I loved that thing, that was the knife that started the Mannix mania with me. I couldn't look at it without thinking about that situation, and it was a negative experience every time I touched it. So Kyle was nice enough to buy it off me and probably double his money, whatever. But it's gone. But the funny thing is, what started all that, John, was me wanting a Mannix XL St. Nick's exclusive.
Yeah.
And now I have one. I haven't
sure
touched it yet. Kyle's got it. So what advice would you give for people going to Blade Show?
What the advice I would give is, as far as eating at Blade Show, bring your own damn snacks.
Yeah, I used to would have said go to Murph's for lunch, but it wasn't good last year.
And even then, it's a little overpriced. And then plan your actual like meals around places surrounding. There's a lot of good restaurants in the area that you can eat for a decent price and get really good food, but just don't buy any of the bullshit food at Blade Show because it's bullshit and it's overpriced.
Yeah. In all actuality, if I have to eat at Blade Show this year, I'm probably just going to grab a Chick-fil-A sandwich right there in the lobby.
And that's still overpriced. I think they're like, what, $10 just for a sandwich or some bullshit? Yeah.
Stevie's right. Eat a big breakfast. Get with some of your buddies. Go get a good breakfast. Eat light at lunch. Because
bring some snacks for while you're at Blade Show.
Yeah, and then, but I will say this, guys: if you're
like these wings here, they're delicious.
If you're planning on going to dinner with a group, just be prepared to wait because everybody's trying to go somewhere with a group. All those restaurants have 2, maybe 3 tables that sit more than 6 people. As bad as I hate to say this, you're really a lot better off trying to stay in smaller groups of maybe no more than 6, because as Seems Logical and Q1 Fiend learned last year, trying to herd all those cats for Q Ball's birthday thing, dude, it's just impossible. Everybody's got a different opinion. Some people just aren't willing to wait 30 minutes for a time. It's a nightmare. So, yeah. And if you're going to be there multiple days, maybe try to, grab a meal with Stevie one day and then not the next, so that other people can, because the bigger these groups get, guys, the harder it is to get somewhere and eat. And then you may not even sit together. They may end up having to split you up. So Vince is right. Getting 20 minutes outside of Blade Show can make it easier to get. But if you go to any of those little Galleria malls close, they're all going to be jam-packed.
See, that's the thing. And where people make the mistake is getting on the interstate. Don't fuck with the interstate. Just get on Cobb Parkway, head towards Marietta.
Yeah.
10, 15 minutes. You've got friggin' restaurants galore.
Is now a good time for me to beg Stevie into taking my route? Stevie, I would really love when y'all pick me up if we could go to.
You keep saying Stevie, but you don't mean Stevie.
I mean Vince. I'm sorry.
So here you go, Vince.
When I came home last year, I never touched I-20, and it's a much more enjoyable route. If there was no traffic on I-20, then it might be a 15-minute longer route. But if you add traffic in, it's the same and it's more scenic. But my point is, I need to go through Cedartown at or around that time of the month anyway. So if we could take that route, that would be much appreciative. And I guarantee if you take it there, we'll take it home too when you realize that you're not sitting in that crazy. Yeah, you remember where we ate breakfast? I literally pulled out of the parking lot from where we ate breakfast that last day. I turned right onto that road, and it brought me straight home.
Shane.
Yeah.
You were on the interstate.
Do what?
You were on the interstate because remember you.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, because I went the wrong way.
Yeah, you actually headed back towards Atlanta once you got off the interstate that one time. So yeah, you might have took a right and then hit 75 because 75 is right down from where we ate.
The year prior, I went through Cedartown because I stopped by my brother's house on the way home, and I'm not asking to do all that, but it is a more scenic and more stress-free trip.
Can we go to the part in Cedartown where they use their own money and you got to be like?
We'll go right past it. I'll show you. They don't do that anymore. That died out a couple decades ago. You're talking about Treat Mountain, the Treat Mountain money.
Yeah.
The famous
what was it?
Airplane that the guy landed on the side of the mountain, and
where Grandpa Bill or whatever his name was sold all the drugs.
Bill from Easton Hill. Yeah. Yeah, we'll go right past Easton Hill if we go that way.
Yeah. Well,
he's
kind of an honorary Alabama twat waffle.
Yeah. I am riding with the Alabama twat waffles. Not going to my stepbrother's house. We will pass by Barnes Hereford's, and I could stop and show y'all some expensive jizz if you want me to. I'm sure there's some in the freezer.
Man, I grew up around Hereford's. Fuck them ugly ass cows.
I think they're beautiful.
I mean, they are pretty. My dad's friend Urban Jones, who has long since passed, but his farm's up there where my parents live now. They own the first $1 million polled Hereford bull.
Yeah, this is true, Knock Nut. But I'm right now. My stance is I'm refraining from letting Stevie ruin my Blade Show this year. But yeah, if we could take that route. And let me tell you something else I learned about Blade Show for anybody that's going first time. If you're driving there, or if you're getting there and renting a car, because I slept late on Saturday, I had to call an Uber. Now, with my Uber charge and my tip, I spent $20 to get from Marietta to Blade Show, and I think it's a better idea, and this is why. Because if you drive to the Cobb Galleria, you're going to pay $10 to $20 to park anyway, and if you have any health conditions, you're going to be parked a mile away and have to walk there. I called that Uber. She dropped me off at the door. I think it's a great idea to have a car while you're there. But as far as from your Airbnb to the Cobb Galleria and home, Uber's the way to do it. It really is. Because like I said, you're going to have to pay for parking. You're going to have to walk a long way. When you leave to go to lunch, you're going to have to pay for parking again.
Or you could do like we did last year, because there was one parking lot. When you pull in, they give you like a QR code to scan to go on and pay. And then when you're leaving is when you show the confirmation that you paid.
Yeah.
Like, because in their mind, you have to leave through you got to walk out through the little gate you drove in at. But if you go down, it was in a parking garage. If you just went down some stairs to the right, you entered another parking lot, and you could just walk down and didn't have to show them the confirmation, so you didn't have to pay at all.
Right.
Not that I am condoning dishonesty like that. I'm just saying that's what happened.
And this thing, if you're perfectly healthy and you're not a worn out old man like me, do what you want. But I'm telling you, if you don't like walking in the hot Georgia sun and you want to be dropped off at the door, you're only going to spend a small amount of money more to have somebody take you there, and you don't have to worry about that crap. What you talking about, Shane?
What do you mean? Pay once and park all day. I mean, yeah, that's what he's saying. You can park all day, but you also don't even have to pay to park if you're smart about it. Walk down a few steps.
My thing is, once I start hunting a parking spot, the anxiety is already set in. Just going from one parking deck to the next, this one's full. I'm just saying it was a lot more stress-free just getting an Uber from the Airbnb and if everybody in your house does that, you can split it, and it's certainly cheaper than parking.
And I'm going to be honest, the last two Blade shows, the weather's actually been pretty freaking nice. And
you're right. It wasn't overly hot. I was shocked by that.
Not at all. Hopefully it's the same this year.
Yeah, Scott, and that's what I did. I messed up and found what I thought was some fairly close parking, then realized that I had to walk all the way around the Galleria to actually get to the door. But that is how I met Dan Brock.
You don't really, because there's a shortcut. There's like when you're coming up, there's a hotel you can cut through their parking lot. Huh?
Not everybody knows that.
Well, I mean, you can figure it out as you're walking to it.
I did.
That big hotel.
Dan Brock did.
Literally the other end of.
Dumb?
No, I'm not saying Dan Brock's dumb. I'm saying you're dumb for. I'm saying, well, he probably did it for exercise. You did it because you're dumb. But I'm saying, like, that one end, that hotel's part of the Galleria. You can literally just walk straight through. You don't have to walk all the way around.
Well, as far as I know, I don't know what Vince is. If we're just taking Vince's car, or is he renting something? I don't know. I don't know what the plan there is.
I think we're renting
people who are going are planning on. I mean, we're already at a point where we can't use one car to move everybody around when we get there.
No, but I know Iggy's going to be driving, so she'll have a car.
Right.
And then I think, and y'all can talk shit if you want to, but I think I've got Vince convinced to just rent a minivan.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, better on gas mileage, a lot more capacity.
Yeah.
So we'll have that, and then I don't know what the other folks are doing.
Yeah.
Yep. See, he got a damn minivan. Thank you.
And just the way you said,
smart move. You don't have to be bougie.
What the other folks are doing kind of proves my point. The more people you try to concern yourself with, the more miserable your trip is going to be.
Yeah.
You know, we're all adults. You know, make sure everybody knows if somebody is depending on you for something, they need to make sure that you know that. That needs to be hashed out ahead of time. Because I got caught up in the middle. I drove, but you know, I ended up moving from one house to another because you know, the bigger the group gets, you can't please everybody. You know, thankfully Stevie was kind enough to let me crash on his couch because it wasn't working out at the other place. But nothing bad. It was just, you know.
It's also like the mantra of Blade Show is play it by fucking ear.
Yeah.
Don't plan shit, dude. Don't try and plan shit. Just play it by ear. And if it don't work out, it don't work out. Get over it. Adapt and overcome.
Yeah. I'm just trying to cover
fun.
things
That's
I've
the
learned.
whole point of it.
You did it because you're dumb. Yeah, I'm just trying to cover things that I don't think everybody thinks about. I would definitely recommend an over the shoulder sling, backpack, fupa, you know,
Fupa,
something
fat upper pussy area.
Yeah, or fanny pack, whatever you want to call it. I would definitely recommend something to keep your stuff in because you don't want to have all that shit shoved in your pocket. That's a bad idea. I mean, I think it goes without saying to wear nice, comfortable shoes, something you can put some miles on. Yeah.
Shane's gonna be wearing his hookahs.
Yeah. I haven't worn my hookahs since Blade Show. Those are literally my Blade Show shoes because they're super comfortable and I don't want to wear them out because I can't afford another pair. And Vince got a really good point right here. If you want a Jared Neve autograph, try not to make him stop. Try to like get up beside him, keep it his pace, snap your selfie, get your autograph without ever making him stop. You know, just you have to act differently around celebrities. So, you know, be prepared for that. But in all seriousness, though, guys, there are going to be people like when I met Evil E. I guess I did forget exactly where I was standing, but I didn't know who he was, and so don't get your feelings hurt that people don't automatically know who you are because most of us don't know what each other look like. You know, I remember when Ed Harrison came up to me. I spoke to him before I knew who he was. Like I was trying to be friendly before I realized that it was Ed. So I still think name tags would be an awesome idea. I mean, we're already nerding out over knives. It's not like we're trying to look cool. If yeah, that's only if you can make it to his entourage. But if you're Vince,
I'll send it to you when I get it, Kyle. I was gonna send it to you now, but I don't have it.
If you just sit Indian style and look like a little Down syndrome kid, and speak his name so that Kara can hear you, he will definitely stop and pat you on the head. He
will pat you on the head and call you little buddy or something like that, champ.
Yeah,
I can't remember what it was. It was one of the greatest Make-A-Wish moments I've ever.
It was so good. In Scott Ian, I would have not known you were you. I didn't know who you were at the beginning. Now, like Joe Lancelot Leather, you can't miss that dude. There's him, and there's another one that looks just like him, but the guy that looks just like him is wearing like all leather mountain man gear and a big fixed blade on his hip, and he's got leather tassels. Yeah, you just look for the.
No, are you talking about the Davy Crockett dude?
Yeah,
that's always there. Did you see him?
Yeah,
he didn't look nothing like Joe. He was an old man.
Joe's not hard to pick out.
Which, I mean, we didn't even see him until at the house, so it wasn't like we just, or I didn't. We didn't just run across him. Huh?
I went and ate salad with him. I went and had a $98 salad with Joe and his wife.
Yeah, but when you met him, it was at the house, so it wasn't like you just ran across him not knowing who the hell it was. It was like he pulled up and you knew Joe was coming.
Right. Yeah, but I still think I would have known if he had just walked up.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, because like in
He's
all
a-
fairness, Scott Inn's old profile picture looked like it was about 25 years old. So then when I met him in person, he didn't quite look like his original profile picture did. Now this picture of him does look exactly like him. Joe said, "Thank you." I think. Well, Joe, I was still suffering from my third or fourth day of Stevie poisoning me, and I still wasn't in my right mind. That happened too. If you guys don't remember it, some guy thought Stevie was Big Red because he had on a Big Red EDC t-shirt. That was pretty funny.
I actually ordered one of my shirts.
Hey,
hopefully we'll get here by the time we go to. Oh yeah, he'll definitely walk in on you while you're pooping.
I did bust in on Stevie dropping a deuce.
He was trying to drop a deuce. You interrupted.
It was like 4:30 in the morning. I understand why he didn't lock the door, but I didn't know.
You don't when you come upon a bathroom door that's shut and the light's clearly on, you don't knock first?
No, because our bathroom door is always shut, the light is always on.
Yeah, but you wasn't at home.
Exactly.
You was at somebody else's home.
That was my point.
No, that's my point. That you're in a stranger's house.
Yeah.
You always
knock
knock.
The bathroom door. Yeah.
No, I'm putting this on Shane. He should have knocked.
I should have. I admit it. Yeah. Stevie did allow you to pee through, Shane. That's friendship. Actually, I had to go pee off the back porch. To be fair, Stevie's always pooping. Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't have to put a boot in front of the door. There's a lock on it, but
right, he should have locked the door.
Shane should have not.
If he was concerned about his privacy, the door should have been locked.
And I feel like Stevie's the kind of guy that's going to cut the fart fan on, so you the lights on, the fart fan's going, and you just bust it up in there.
I was half asleep. I wasn't processing any of that information.
Yeah, you just busted up in there on a guy trying to.
All I saw was his knees.
His morning deuce dropping.
All I saw was his knees. It wasn't a big deal.
Yeah, but are you taking into consideration how he felt being busted up in on? Doesn't matter what you saw. You violated his.
I don't remember the shower being running, Stevie.
And oh my God, dude! You violated his personal time.
I did.
Man's trying to take a
shower,
shit.
Did you have the shower running for the water to warm up, or did you have the shower running to drown the noise of the douche you were dropping?
It just builds up a little steam and helps dissipate the smell. And plus, you probably made him do a premature pinch.
Probably.
Like you probably fucked him up for the whole day.
Stevie, can you resend me that picture of me and Panda cuddling on the couch? I know I've got it, but I have no idea where to find it. Well, it may just be in my text thread with Stevie. It's going to be way up there, though. That was a year ago. Do you have that picture, John?
Hell if I know. It's probably somewhere.
And me and John did share the sectional at Stevie's Airbnb. We were kind of homeless that last night.
Well, not really. Homeless. I was just so damn sick. I didn't feel like leaving. That was my point. I had a place to go to. You had a place to go to, but it wasn't the most comfortable of places to go to. Just given the culture of that house.
Yeah,
kind of went south.
Huh?
I would.
Well,
did you say not Stasa?
Yeah.
No, I mean that. But regardless of,
it really wasn't to blame on anybody. It was just a bad situation happened, and I at that point in my life and my my mental well-being, I didn't need to be around it, so I stayed with Stevie the last night.
The vibe went down.
It did go down.
I need you to figure out your tech shit and send me that clip of PNW Fun Stuff singing the theme song he came up with.
I can't send it. When they send you a voice recording like that, you can't do anything with it.
Yeah, you can.
I'm telling you, there's no option to share it, to download it, nothing.
Cayne Chayne, listen to me. You just do a screen capture, and that's your recording of the audio, and just send me the screen capture. I can isolate the audio from that, and then I can make it our opening.
Okay.
I believe I can make it our like a little opening theme song for the podcast.
So,
you can't see shit, dude. That looks like is there a gecko?
And John.
Oh, I'm under that blanket.
Bundled up, sick as a dog underneath that.
Under that gecko looking blanket.
Bag. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Doom gave that to me. I was sitting on the couch shivering. He just came up and threw it over me.
Yeah. Yeah. Jitterbugs don't have screen capture, John. What do you think?
No, they sure don't. I didn't think about that.
I'm assuming that would be okay, PNW, if we used your. All right, so I've got it pulled up right here. What are you telling me to do?
I mean, I'm not saying you have to do it now. I'm just saying when you. All right, so
Welcome to the shit show. Hey, here we go
what
again.
you're probably gonna have to do. Well, no, you won't. Just what you do a screen capture. Start the screen capture, then play it. Record.
We'll discuss it later.
Yeah, you record it playing, and then stop it after it plays. Then just send me what you record.
Yeah, it is weird how Stevie's Airbnb became like a homeless shelter because Doom couldn't handle sleeping in the heat, so he ended up. It was
kind of like a halfway house, actually.
Yeah, he ended up in the bed that was formerly reserved for Joe that Joe didn't need. And I ended up on the couch. Panda ended up on the couch. But all that really happened there was Stevie spent all that money to rent a table and chairs under an awning outside because that's all we used.
Not me. I used the fuck out of that couch.
Yeah.
I came out there to that little covered eating area and had one crystal burger, and I was done.
How many crystals did I go buy?
You bought like 2 12-packs, I think. I think they come in like. No, it wasn't. I think you bought 2. I think because they come in 12-packs. I think you bought like 2 12-packs or something.
You talking about that, Kyle?
The fuck is that?
This is my hard drive that Kyle sent me that I was supposed to call him so he could tell me how to use it, and it's been laying here ever since.
Oh my god! Yeah, that.
Joe said I had the whole backyard myself. It's because Joe's skinny ass is the only one that could get in the backyard.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to walk him through that. There's going to be some hand holding going on.
Yeah. I could have swore it was more than 24. But dude, they disappeared quickly. I remember sitting on that table and hands just dove in. But it was some of the best crystals I've had in a while. They were really good, really fresh.
Yeah, they were actually really good because even sick, I enjoyed it. But the crystal here in Huntsville, like right down the road from us on Whitesburg, sucks.
Yeah, a lot of them do.
Food is horrible.
Yeah, I think Forrest partook in the crystals. I think Sharif did. I think everybody was there when I went and got crystal. Yeah, I'll be able to fit in the backyard this year. I'm so proud of you, Stevie.
Yeah, I felt bad for Joe because I looked forward to meeting him the whole weekend, and when I finally got to, I'm out there shaking like a freaking crackhead fiending.
You did look like you were coming off some opiates or something. You looked rough.
It was rough. It sucked. It sucked for about a full week after that.
I was calling people, dude. I was worried about you. I didn't think You probably needed to go to the emergency room.
Well, I'll tell you, like that night, like pretty much all I was experiencing was like fever dreams and shit. But like 2 days later, when it got to where, oh, thanks P&W, appreciate it, brother. I'm gonna do something with that. But like 2 days later, it got to where I could barely breathe, and I seriously did think I need to go
You probably
to the
caught
damn
COVID
emergency
in
room.
class.
Well, that's the thing. So I caught COVID the year before last, and I think I caught it again. Which the year before last, it was like I felt kind of crummy for like a day. It wasn't
Yeah.
even really that bad, but
Well, I
whatever
got
that.
sick. I got sick a few days after you, but I never got as sick as you were.
Yeah,
Keep that in
whatever I.
mind, guys. You know, this is just like SHOT Show. People talk about the SHOT Show AIDS. You're around that many people, you're probably going to come home with a bug of some kind.
Yeah.
And if you go to the cheetah with me, you're going to come home with more than that.
You're gonna come home with saber-toothed crotch crickets.
PNW, the big brain here, avoiding Shane's tech tips. You're exactly right. That's the smartest guy in the chat right now. Is PNW thinking maybe I should just send this straight to John.
Yep. That's one fart smeller right there.
Me. But it is really close.
Yep, and I got it. I got it. PNW.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The only thing that could stop me now is the government shuts down and I don't get my check. It has been weird this month. Not a whole lot of people know this, but like I was trying to do this knife thing 100% on my own, and I was just spending little pieces of my check each month. And then I made the mistake of talking about the fact that I was making knives. I never should have did that as early as I did. Should have waited till I had something in hand. But anyway, this month though, I just bit the bullet and just bought everything. And literally 2 days after getting my check, I didn't have enough money to make it through the month. And here we are. It's almost the 20th. And I'm fine. You know, I still don't have any knives to sell because waiting on the process. But it was kind of cool seeing that I could do it. You know, I could get by on much less money than what I thought I could. So Stevie, me as Nuz got COVID in 2022. Pretty sure I got it from Jimmy Slash. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
he
Jimmy
won
Slash was
like
patient zero.
he flat out did like he had it because I think he said it on a live stream or something after Blade Show that
But he looked deathly.
he had COVID.
That dude was just soaking. There's no doubt in my mind his underwear and socks were wet.
Scott N, I'm gonna have to disagree with you there because Shane's middle name is actually Shane.
That's true. That's
not
100%
Mallard.
fact.
That's why his name is Cayne Chayne.
I was sick the entire time popping big wheels.
I'll never forget that fucking conversation, dude. I think you said it in the chat. You were like, "My middle name's Shane," and I'm like, "So your name's Cayne Chayne?" You're like, "No, it's Michael Shane."
I think it had something to do with a giveaway where we were guessing somebody's middle name.
Yeah, and you just out of the blue were like, "My middle name's Shane."
Yeah,
like you were proud of it.
I
as
said
fuck.
it one time, like my middle name is Shane, and from there on out, it was Shane Gables.
Shane Chayne. You mean like Shane Gables?
Yeah.
No, it's
There's
Michael Shane
rumors that
Gables.
it's actually Michael Shane Gables.
Yeah,
And
which sounds like a
if you've
like a
ever
pro
done business
wrestler's
with me
name.
on PayPal, you'll know that's true because it's why is my email address on the screen, John?
Why is what?
My email address.
Oh, that because your email address is your PayPal.
Oh. Let's see if I owe anybody nipples.
So I put it up there. That is Shane Gable's PayPal right there.
Oh, no nipples. You're lucky, John.
Let's see. If you see
Cayne Chayne, Michael Jackson, Mallard, Michael Shane Gables. Yeah.
Michael Gables.
Yeah. I need to change that picture, dude. That's kind of a sad picture.
Well, you can't really see it. It's kind of tiny, so I wouldn't worry about it.
I ain't worried about it.
No, I wouldn't worry about it.
Vince, you going to bed, buddy? You have a good night.
Vince been going to bed the whole time he's been here.
I know. I sent Vince a picture of our new cat, the one that replaced the one that the dog killed.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't big. I didn't really want him to get another cat, but, ain't going to hurt nothing, I don't guess. But it's actually a pretty cool little cat, dude. It's super chill. It's really sweet. It's complete opposite of the cat that we already had. The reason I like it, though, is because the shelter.
I don't, Joe. Sorry.
It's like a tabby, that yellow color, but it was born without a tail, and they named it Cornbread. And I think that's an awesome name for a cat, Cornbread.
That is an awesome name for a cat, Shane.
Yeah. My daughter's tried to rename it, and I'm having none of it. Its name will forever be Cornbread.
That's an awesome name for any pet. If I get a pet snake, I'm gonna name it Cornbread.
Yeah.
Your shit's blowing up, man. You popular. What's going on?
Ooh, John.
What? Oh my God, dude. I am immediately regretting posting your PayPal.
You did it, pal.
Well, I did it to help you out and ended up fucking myself.
That's so funny.
Is that what all them beeps are?
I don't recognize the name, but I appreciate it.
Is that what all those ding dings are? You getting all that kind of money? You getting stripper money, dude.
I think it was just one, buddy.
They're making it rain.
I think it was just one. And it was... Well, it disappeared already. I can't see who sent it. Hang on.
I mean, it don't just disappear.
In my notifications. Oh, I got another one.
Well, I mean, go to PayPal and it'll tell you who the damn transactions are from. In your transactions.
Finances. Payment.
Recent activity.
I don't know. I don't know where to find it at.
Do we need to call tech support?
I guess.
Get you figure out your PayPal.
I guess. I don't know how to tell who it came from.
I mean, it usually says their name. If I go to my PayPal,
activity,
and there's literally a section that says recent activity, and it tells you the person's name.
Who's Lester Gilbert and Brian Lane? I don't know either one of those names. But thank y'all, both of you.
And whoever you are, he just doxed the shit out of you. In case you
I didn't give them their address or anything.
No, but you told their real name. So now they just have to. Now they just have to.
Is that you, Twain thing? This Twain thing has always been my biggest supporter.
Oh yeah, LG.
But I think the other one might have been.
He tried to play it. He tried to play it slick and just put his initials, but you busted him out and gave his full Christian name.
Was the other one Knife Nut? Because I thought I saw a thing that looked like Knife Nut 69. I don't know. Thank you anyway, though, guys. And I was getting kind of hot, so it might take me a shower in a little while. Vague onion.
Don't send pictures. Don't. It smells like a combination of onions and sour apple bubble gum.
It does kind of hurt my feelings a little bit that Evil E doesn't do the bathtub emoji when he greets me anymore. That always made me feel like part of the community when he did that.
So now you're feeling a little left out.
I do a little bit, yeah. I was always very proud of that.
It's probably
the bathtub and the eyeballs looking at it.
Probably a little bit of retaliation for you never being able to remember his real name.
Yeah, push the square with the P on it. I don't know what that means too.
He's talking about to get to PayPal. That's the icon for the app is the square with the P on it.
I couldn't find the activity button. Was the thing I had to go to wallet and then hit activity.
I don't like whenever when PayPal comes up, it's got a section like
Crispy
right
cheddar ham
there.
is just a
Like
little bit.
this is my
Kind of
this
smells
is
like
home.
kind of smells like a Crystal Burger in
And
here.
recent activity right there on my home screen.
Yeah. Getting the vapors. Went to Meatheads last night. We hung out.
Did
in the
you?
shop a little bit. I did some chore work while I was there.
Made a chole or two.
Yeah. A little hand filing some choles.
How'd them choles
There is
come
one
out?
thing that I'm not familiar with that I want to learn very quickly and buy the appropriate tool, because I bought a jimping file, but I made a huge mistake. I bought a 20 tooth per inch, which is so tiny it doesn't even leave a jimp. Really, it's just a file. So
It does not jump very well.
they're too close together. So
You
'cause I
need
know how much
to
people
you
love
need to buy a
jimping.
file that jumps better.
Yeah. I know how much people love jimping. And right now I've got a tiny round file. I could do like the kind of like the cold steel jimps on a large knife. I could
Those
do
some
this.
big jumps.
Yeah, I can do that. But I want to get something to do those finer jimping with.
Little smaller jump.
Yeah, because this first batch of knives, guys, are all relatively small. They're like pocket fixed blades.
Yeah.
The second batch, I'm going to have like some 4-inch blade Warncliffe stuff. So, and my little Skinners, like I said, I don't think they're going to be really popular here, but they're designed for the two, the push cut, and then the, where you put your finger up on the tip for like caping a deer. And because of the way they're shaped, I don't feel like they need jimping because it puts you in that, I don't know, it just fits. So,
yeah. Well, so remind me again who's getting the third
drop point or shoot foot.
5.5 fixie.
Yeah. That's,
Who's
so one's going to you.
yes.
Grumpy claimed the other one.
Grumpy, that's right. Okay.
And then the
Grumpy,
third one,
you better be glad that I
I'm
love you,
shipping.
Grumpy, because Shane violated the sanctity of our friendship. Because when I told you, when you asked me, you mentioned you were this is what, 3 years ago, when you said you were going to start making knives, and I said, well, I've got a knife I'd love for you to make. I'd love a fixed blade version of the F5.5, but I want to be the only one that has one. So I don't want you to make. That's going to be my shit. And then you said, like maybe a week later, you were talking to Jason Brown, and he just spontaneously said the same thing. And I'm like, okay, I'm cool with that, but no more. But then you went ahead and violated that and made 3.
I did.
You did. You did that. That's a thing
I
that you
forgot
did,
you wanted
and
that.
it's
I kind of
it's
forgot
cool.
you wanted that exclusive. So that's my
It's
bad.
cool that Grumpy Grunt's getting it.
Yeah.
Because
But the third one
that's my homie
is going from me to Pro X. Pro X is going to put the scales on it.
What's up, Greg?
And from there, it's going to Joe, and Joe's going to make a sheath for it. And it will be auctioned off, I guess, sometime in October, November, whenever they do the little fundraiser for the Brown family, it'll be going to that. So that will be a collab between myself and Pro X and Lancelot Leather.
Wait. So is mine not going to be a collab? I'm just getting the janky version?
Yeah, you're getting the janky ass version.
Damn, that's fucked up, man.
I mean, I could send yours to Pro X if you want to wait longer.
No. Wouldn't want it. No, I wouldn't want mine to be special too. I'll take the Wish version. That's cool.
I appreciate it. I don't want to make a bunch of them because I don't want to just be known as making F5.5.
Well, no, because goddamn it, I'm the one that came up with the idea and said I didn't want no more. So the reason is not so you're not pigeonholed as the fixed blade F5.5 guy. It's because I don't want that shit out there. Damn it.
My bad, dude.
So I'll take those that cool hardwood shit. I'll take those as the handle scales.
Stevie, you're probably right, but you never know. Ed might not want it. Somebody else might get it. But yeah,
I'll take the what I'm saying is I'll take that that Brazilian hardwood that you've got for the handle scales with with Tiffany blue liners and pins.
Okay.
That's what I want.
I've got all that in stock.
Is it what? Well, actually, so is the wood? Is it a light colored wood or a dark colored wood?
Right now, it's kind of a darkish. It's a reddish brown. It's kind of dark, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure what I can see of it right now is already stained, so I don't know what it'll look like natural.
Okay,
but it does have grain to it. It's a really pretty piece of wood. So if you want light or dark, we can work on that. Let me get the what's stained on it now. Well, once we cut it and you see the inside,
yeah,
you decide from there if you want it darker or not.
Okay. Well, I want it the natural color of the wood, whatever the natural color is, and I'm hoping it's a little bit of a lighter wood because I think a lighter wood would look good with that Tiffany blue. But
yeah, Josh, I'm honestly not positive. I was just told it's a really expensive Brazilian hardwood, and I know handling it, just a little small piece I got, it's super heavy, so it's very dense. Probably gonna need a respirator to work with it, but in all honesty, I don't know exactly what kind of wood it is.
Joe, my handle scales are gonna have little riddles on them.
Yeah. I'm gonna send yours to Lacey.
I'm gonna get my knife, and it's on one side. It's gonna be like what's red and black, or what's black and white and red all over.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I got one. I got to do one for Paul Mills too. He's talking about his kind of. That one's next after I get Stevie's and Scotch and Things is done. They're both getting slightly larger knives. Stevie's getting like a bushcraft knife, and Scotch and Things I'm making like it's kind of a tactical hard use kind of knife. I'm doing both of those in 3/16 crew wear, so those should be really cool. Paul, that one, yeah, we'll discuss it later because I know you were a little open to the steel, but I know I want to do some stuff in S90V pretty soon too, so we'll figure that out as we go.
And I don't even give a shit about what steel mine comes in, so
yours would be Nitro V at 62 HRC.
That's fine with me. Totally fine with me. Hey, so any of you guys watching this this crazy show that's on Prime Video called Outer Range? Have you seen it, Shane?
I have not.
It is, dude. So the best way I can describe it, it's like if David Lynch and Midnight Shyamalan collabed and wrote Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Like it's so you've got the whole. Why are you flipping me off?
I'm flipping off Stevie.
Oh yeah, you do need to make a chickadee.
Cow chickadee.
The best. I mean, that's the best description I can give it because it's
what's
like
it called again? Because I'm looking for something to watch.
Outer Range.
Outer Range. I'll check that out.
So
we'll
it's like
Scotch and Things questions. I haven't settled on an HRC for that yet. I know Brian likes to run them really high, but if you want something more tough than edge retention, we can definitely make that happen, or at least try to find a happy medium. But I think crew wear is pretty damn tough, even at like 65. I don't know. I'm kind of taking Brian's recommendations. I'm kind of telling him what I want it to do, and going with his recommendation for that. So,
so basically the show's got the old neighboring ranchers arguing over land trope, and then of course a member of one of the families kills a member of the other family, but then there's all these weird, mysterious happenings that are associated with this giant hole to nowhere in the earth. Like it's freaking crazy. And then so it's like,
true story.
no, it's not based on a true story. There's a freaking hole to nowhere in the middle of the ground that you can time travel through. So no,
I
it's
don't know
not based
time travel. I'm asking if it's based on that hole.
No,
you can Google it, dude. There's a guy that owns a ranch. It's got a dude. They've been throwing like pieces of heavy equipment in it, tires, garbage, and
I mean, maybe
tried to sonar it and can't find the bottom.
That could have been the inspiration for the show. Yeah. It doesn't specificate that. It just it's just weird. You got to watch it. There's some there's a little bohemian poet chick that just shows up on the ranch and camps there, and then like crazy shit happens. Right. It's pretty good though. It's weird. I warn you. It's so it's got like the dialogue is kind of delivered kind of Midnight Shyamalan-y, where you know that it's, you know how all the actors in his movies kind of deliver their lines like they had a lobotomy and they're really depressed about it.
Yeah.
And there's like almost no emotion but negative emotion, like some of the and then so the only two people in it that I recognize are Josh Brolin and Will Patton.
Oh, that makes it worth watching.
Yeah, and Will Patton plays kind of his character is kind of a cross between his character from Mothman Prophecies and then Dennis Hopper's character from Blue Velvet without the nitrous oxide. And then there's also a little scene where he kind of does a dance kind of like Buffalo Bill would do from Silence of the Lambs, but he's dancing with the rock and he's fully clothed. It's weird. You got to watch it.
Okay. Yeah, I want to check that out. Yeah. But Paul, you were 100% right. It should be Nitro V at 62 from Brian should outperform most of the production S30, S35 VN. There's a list of I will almost guarantee it'll outproduce any production M390 you've handled.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, Kyle, the actors, the characters in Midnight Shyamalan's movies. Why do you keep laughing, dude? Anyway, they've had lobotomies.
It's just M. Night Shyamalan.
No, his name is.
People laugh at me when I said Luke 10 T-Rex.
His name is Midnight Shyamalan. Because, dude, that's what the M stands for, mid. His first name is actually Mid.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's Midnight. And I know it's Shyamalan, but Shyamalan sounds a lot better. No, his first name's not really Mid. I don't know what the fuck his first name is, but Midnight Shyamalan sounds way goofier than M. Night Shyamalan, which already sounds goofy as fuck.
I don't know if I missed the message. Was that you that sent me the donation?
Are you one of the guys that are you one of the people that really, really, really wanted to see his nipples? Is what he's asking.
Yeah.
Are you one of those pervs? Those nipple, not kink shaming or anything, but one of them guys that are just really into Shane's Hershey Kiss nipples?
I'll see if I can figure out who that was.
It's
that's it.
His proper name is Midnight Shyamalan.
It was not, and I appreciate it. And guys, I don't even know what to do with this donation. I mean, I might show y'all my butthole.
No, you goddamn better not.
But once again,
I mean, this is the shit show, but we don't need to see where the shit comes from.
And I keep thinking maybe I shouldn't say their names, but I mean, if they donated through YouTube, I'd put it on the screen. But Mark Parks, thank you very, very much, dude.
Well, Mark Parks' name on here is Mark Parks, so you're not doxing him.
Right. Guilty. I like nipples. You have to like a special kind of nipples on here, though. Because Terry's right. These little.
They do look like shoot up Slim Jim. What's that? God,
kisses everywhere.
Jesus bless Mary and Joseph and his little swaddled diaper baby. What the hell? What's that? Biltong. It's less like Slim Jim and more like Biltong. That
Biltong?
African. It's like some air dried beef jerky that
is way.
Huh? No, not bull tongue. Not bull tongue. Biltong. Biltong.
I heard bull tongue.
It looks very rough. It's very It's like if Slim Jim was hit with a bastard file.
That's funny. I appreciate it, Mark, because I didn't want to have to show it either, buddy. Kyle says, Mark, are you sure?
I'm calling Cap because I feel like Shane kind of did want to show his butthole. That's why he mentioned it.
I don't either.
He was kind of hoping. He was kind of hoping he was gonna put a poll in the chat like butthole yes or no, and he was hoping it was gonna be more yes.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, Kyle, I guess I still need to call you and figure out how to make this thing work. But I don't know now that I'm not doing as many videos. Do I need it anymore? For $20, he will show you a whipped cream cover butthole. I did that for free, actually. I took that live
with a cherry on top.
I took that no, it had sprinkles on it. Sprinkles and whipped cream.
Wait, that was at a house or something, right? That wasn't on a live stream, right?
No, I showed the picture of it on the live stream.
Oh, okay. Let me think. No, I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Good answer, Mark. Good answer. I appreciate you taking a moment to think about it.
Me and Mark are tracking.
Yeah. I like blueberries. I like blueberries too, Fishy Critter. Blueberry muffins are one of my favorite. We went deep sea fishing dude, this has been 20 years ago. Me and some buddies of mine went deep sea fishing. And we stopped at this convenience store in Orange Beach at like 4 o'clock in the morning, dude. And they had just put out, dude. They made these homemade muffins that they sold in the convenience store. Dude, they had these blueberry muffins that were the size of a softball for like $2.99. So I bought one, gonna eat it for breakfast. This is my first trip ever deep sea fishing, by the way. I'd never been before. Well, the trip out there, everybody got sick but me. I didn't get sick at all. And dude, I was all proud of myself because everybody else is throwing up and I'm not. But then when we stopped and started fishing and the boat's just spinning in circles and going up and down, and then I got sick. So we spent the rest of the day deep sea fishing with big real blueberries rolling around on the deck. Every time the boat would tilt, the blueberries would roll back and forth where I threw up all those blueberries from those blueberry muffins.
Y'all know who I would choose 100%.
Steve, I've thought about that, but I'm trying not to live that life anymore. It is a heck of an idea. I actually had a couple that, 3 of them actually, that had agreed to go last year. But I wasn't going to put that on anybody. I would have had to fully finance that trip and not be staying with anybody.
You know what I think is cool? I think it's pretty awesome that even though you have a hard time remembering people's names, you actually know that Scotch and Things' name is Steve, and you don't call him Scott like another dipshit we know.
Well, I've learned a couple of people's names because I've actually talked to them on the phone. And when I'm talking to somebody on the phone or in person, I do feel odd calling them by their screen name. Like, I call you John. I don't call you. Well, sometimes I call you Panda.
No, you call me Panic a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, with Scotch, it did feel odd. So I found out, Demon Hawk, I know his real name now because it got awkward having conversations and referring to them by their screen names. Kyle's easy. The people that just use their real names make it a lot easier. But
Hey, don't hate on the creative people that want
I'm
to
not hating on them.
get cute with their screen names, dude.
I feel like, Tactical
Uh-huh.
Terry's got a creative name, but we know his name's Terry, so we can just call him Terry.
His name wasn't always Tactical Terry. It was something else, but I can't remember what it was.
I only remember it being Tactical Terry.
That's because you don't know him that well. I know Tactical Terry pretty well.
Huh.
I mean, I've never met him or anything, but we've had several conversations. But his screen name used to be something different, but I can't remember what it was. So that makes me a dumbass.
My name is Josh. Plain. I had to get creative. But you got one of the best names in the fucking knife community, dude. You hit a home run with that one. Pretty fly for a knife guy. Yeah.
And not to mention, he is pretty fly.
Acid Test.
Yeah, that's it. He used to be Terry Core because I had to ask him how to pronounce his name because I didn't know if it was pronounced like the beer or like.
Yeah,
like
I remember
flour.
that now that he says it. Yeah, I know Acid Test Kid's real name is Nick. But
Crispy's name is Lee.
Yeah, so I didn't even know that. I've had multiple conversations with Crispy, but I didn't know. I think he told me that, but it takes me several times to remember something. I've used Demon Hawk since I was in my teens. Yeah. It's funny now how this whole age things work, because when I got my very first email, it was 2007. So like most nerds, I was just Big Shane 07. And so like now when I play Call of Duty, people assume that I'm 17 years old. They think that was my birthday. Like, no, that's when I got my, and I only
No, that's when he was fucking his stepsister.
No, I only got an email address so that I could get a MySpace. The only reason why I'd never messed with email, but I had to have an email address to get a MySpace. I loved MySpace, dude. I had so much fun on MySpace. Dude, you could talk shit to different girls at a time on MySpace and not get busted. We actually had some privacy on there.
I love Primus, Neil. I got a question for our resident golfer, Mr. Sweet Kyle Coonley. What do you think about Scotty Scheffler's arrest? That was pretty eventful the other day.
Is he one of those golfer dudes?
Yeah, like one of the best in the world.
Oh.
So
I don't know anything about it, but
apparently there was an accident. So heading to the major tournament, there was an accident outside the gate where a pedestrian was killed, and they were blocking off traffic, and he tried to go around to get into the tournament, and what it said in the arrest report, he drug an officer or whatever. I don't know what the truth was, but basically within a span of 2 hours, he was arrested, mugshotted, charged with a felony, released, and made his tee time. So that was pretty interesting.
Did you guys see where Mike Glover got arrested?
No.
I'm a pretty big fan of Mike Glover, and the thing you have to remember, dude, is you have to wait till all this comes out, because he was arrested for domestic violence, broke his wife's wrist, and all that sounds horrible, but you kind of got to wait till the chips fall, because his story is, she's manic depressive or whatever, bipolar or something, and she had been talking about self-harm earlier, and then she ran into the bathroom with their small child and locked the door. So in his mind, he was scared she was going to dunk the kid. I don't know. So he broke into the bathroom and had a scuffle with her. And because she's small and frail and he's large and strong, he broke her wrist. And he's been arrested for it. So You know, the left is already trying to bury him as a woman abuser. But the thing you got to keep in mind, dude, is the headlines are never the whole truth. We don't. None of us were there. We don't know what happened.
No, we don't. Hey, while we're talking about current events, what you think about that Kendrick Lamar Drake beef?
I don't know anything about it, dude. I've
You're
seen
not keeping up.
No, I
Well,
try not to. I give Javon a hard time about that stuff. I tell him, if you're constantly talking about it, you're promoting it. So I try to
no,
stay out of stuff like that.
but the thing is that it's rap beefs are awesome, dude. It's not drama. It's
The best
interesting.
thing that came out of that was some dude posted, "I wish Creed would drop a diss track about Nickelback."
Well, that would be cool too. But
That
it
would
was
be cool.
this was actually one of the most one of the best rap beefs of recent
What
times.
happened? Did it have to do with a
Well,
woman?
I mean, they were just talking shit. In my opinion, Kendrick Lamar won, but it was just some back and forth. I mean, that which they'd been.
About
I
who's the
think
best rapper, or did it have to do with a woman, or what?
no, they're just talking shit. Just
Okay.
typical rap beef. I mean, Drake was basically called a certified pedophile.
So they're just trying to create exposure for each other.
Well, no, Drake kind of started it with his little pompous wheelchair roll into grassy ass, but and then kind of he got served by Kendrick, but it is whatever. It was good fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of good rap. Kyle Coonley.
I don't enjoy it as much as I used to.
There is at even a greater level. You just have to be more selective and find it. Like in my Kendrick Lamar, he's a good he's got good pen skills. He's kind of a poet, urban poet.
He's like a rap version of Zach Bryan.
No, he's more to me akin to totally different style, but he's very like Tupac. Like he's a like a more of a poet than like gangbanger type.
Well, that's why I said that. I mean, I know it's two completely different types of music, but I don't feel like Zach Bryan's country. I think he's more of a folk poet.
Yeah, he's more of an artist.
Drake's more mainstream, right?
Drake's a poser, is what Drake is. I
don't really even
Drake basically whatever. Every time a new album of his comes out, it's whatever the trend is in hip hop at that time. That's what style his album is. Like he just kind of, he's just
a mainstream chaser.
Yeah.
I get it. I knew apparently he's really popular with the ladies, but
especially the younger ones.
Yeah,
he likes.
Let me get that. One of the members of 2 Live Crew was from right here in Gadsden, Alabama. They never talk about that. They always say they're from Miami, but I don't remember if he was like the producer. I remember exactly what he did with 2 Live Crew, but he was from Gadsden, Alabama. He still lives here. Broke his shit. He ain't got no money. Drake has more hits. Kendrick reads the room. I get you.
Yeah, well, I mean, Drake.
I mean, as long as they don't sound like fucking Wu-Tang Clan, I can probably handle it.
Drake intentionally that's what he does. That's he just makes hits, as in like he makes club bangers, like that type shit.
Didn't anyone that said the square of 69 is 8 something? Was that Drake?
Do what?
The square root of 69 is 8 something. Was that Drake?
Maybe. He's got a freaking poetry book out that's literally just like one-liners from page to page.
Yeah. I guess I'm more mainstream too, because like my favorite rapper, well, actually my favorite is Beastie Boys, but it's hard to say that because then they just claim he's an average white guy. But my favorite mainstream, I guess, is Ludacris. You know,
I like
so
Luda. Luda's
yeah.
good.
I'm going to see Luda in
He-
August.
He's from ATL too.
Yeah.
Oh, did you
Well,
know?
you guys ought to go, dude. It's only like 45 minutes from your house. Y'all can see Ludacris right there
Just
in Iberville.
okay. Well, we might. When is that?
It's in August.
Oh, we might look into that. Did you know? Coming up at the, I think it's at the end of June. Guess who's coming to stand up live?
Who?
Steve-O.
Really? We're in,
Yes,
dude.
he's doing, huh? It's stand up live,
We're in. We're
huh?
going. We're going.
Yeah, he's doing like three. I think 3 days
Uh,
at the end of June.
let me get a little money and I'll get the tickets. We'll do that. So we will. I like stand up live, dude, because I mean the food is a little more expensive than an average restaurant, but I don't feel like
Well, the key is just eat before you go there, and then get your two
yeah,
drink minimum.
right. But I also feel like if the door is going to the guys on stage and they're paying all those people and you know the cost of building all, I don't feel like it's overly expensive. I don't think it's offensively expensive.
And there's really not a bad seat.
No.
I mean,
No,
you
no
might be at a
way.
weird angle or whatever, but
We probably had the worst seats in
yeah,
the house and they weren't bad.
no, they weren't bad at all.
We were what, 15 feet from the
Yeah, I
stage?
mean, we were at like a side angle from
Yeah.
them, but still, I mean, they're moving around on stage. You can,
Yeah.
it
When I
was
went to see Josh Wolf, Jeff and I we just walked in and sat down right in front of the stage.
like it was a lot better view. I mean, I wouldn't trade it for the world because I like going to see Theo was a bucket list shit, but it
Right.
was much better
Oh
view
yeah.
than Theo.
Yeah, we could touch the damn HVAC ducting at the Theo
Yeah,
show. I mean, we were in
Shane
the
Shane
damn
got
rocket. We were
Shane
in the
Shane
cooler.
Shane looked up and got vertigo.
I did. I got dizzy.
I'm gonna tell you what, dude. Because the steps, like that seating is pretty steep.
It is
Like
very steep.
100%. Like it's steep as shit. So
I was shocked. I only had to stop twice to get up them.
like standing up, looking down, I got a little vertigo my damn self.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna go
I'm
pee
really
again.
proud of
I'm gonna do that.
Cam Patterson. Kyle, did you see where Cam Patterson posted that picture of him and his girlfriend? Of course, she's some young, hot, big boob blonde. And in the comment section was crazy. Something I was like, Cam, be careful, dude. That chick's going to try to take half your rocks. It's hilarious. But I'd love to go see Cam Patterson, dude. That dude is fucking hilarious. He's kind of the black version of Theo Von to me, just because his comedy isn't, I don't know how to put it. His comedy is him. It's his personality is what makes it so funny. You know, his biggest joke, what shot him to stardom was, I ain't retarded, but I like rocks. You know, nobody else could have said that and it'd been as funny as it was coming from Cam. But if he comes to, we get a little bit lucky because that place John's talking about, Stand Up Live, a lot of people going to Nashville, or if they're going from Nashville to Atlanta, will come through Stand Up Live during the week. So yeah, it might be a Tuesday or a Wednesday night, but you can see some big names there that you wouldn't expect to get to see. Yeah, me too, dude. I would say you can watch that rock bit 1,000 times, and it's funny every time you watch it. I mean, I ain't retarded, but I like rocks. Yeah. If you guys like comedy and you're not watching Kill Tony, you're missing out, because Kill Tony, it has some awkwardly embarrassing moments because some of those comedians are so bad. But the great thing is, if the comedian's bad, if his 60 seconds is horrible, well, then it's even funnier because Tony's going to destroy them. So, you know, they get roasted. But yeah, it's good stuff. I was bummed when Donnie Baker passed. He was great live. Nice guy too. I don't know who that is. This last week was good too. Adam Ray is Dr. Phil. It's funny. Oh, that wasn't really Dr. Phil on there? I may be speaking out of place, Kyle. I'm sorry. I know there was some comedy stuff recently that had something to do with Dr. Phil, but I haven't actually saw it. I just saw like advertisements for it.
I think you might be talking out of pocket there, Shane. Stay in your lane, dog. Stay in your lane.
Metal Complex tried to tell me.
He tried to.
I really need to hire him.
I mean, if the threat of an entire army raining hell and damnation down upon you doesn't scare you, I don't know what will.
They scared you, dude. I was scared.
You make your nipples tingle a little bit.
Yeah. I didn't know what to do. I mean, what am I going to do with the whole army?
I mean, basically put your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye.
Yes, so. I guess so.
Did you know this is
to have Dick around all the time to keep me in line and let me know what I'm allowed to say, what I'm not. That would be cool.
Speaking of like placing your head between your legs, this is an anatomical fact. I learned this in an anatomy class back in school. If you bend over and stick your head up your own ass and jump, you'll disappear.
It's funny you say that, Steve, because I did think that for a minute. I thought, did that motherfucker report me and get me demonetized? Because if he did, hey, hats off to him, man. That's pretty gangster. But yeah, I have wondered that in the past. Yeah. And then once I realized what I actually did, I know it didn't have anything to do with him. But when he saw my Instagram post that I'd been demonetized, he got a little chuckle out of it.
He probably did. And then you figured out all it was posting videos of your what's his name, Jambot or some shit like that.
Wayne. Yeah.
Jam.
Yeah, I've known Jamin for years. So I was just, and I'll admit, dude, I'm not a huge fan of all of his music, but I'm proud that it's blowing up. I think No Problem just went over 5 million views.
He's
I was just trying to support him, but what I did wrong, and it was my stupidity, I just straight downloaded his video and then uploaded it to my channel. So to YouTube.
No, I'm fidgeting, pal. This is fidgeting.
Fidget. It looked like I was claiming it as my own.
You bastard.
And I post that stuff, guys, trying to help my boy out. And I don't ever censor anything. But if y'all don't like his music, I get it. Just, maybe keep that to yourself. I'm just trying to help my buddy out.
It's like hip hop. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's doing a lot of, and he's doing really well with it. But he's hanging with like Adam Calhoun and Bubba Sparks. They're doing like a lot of Mud Fest and stuff like that. There's a lot of money to be made in that stuff.
Yeah. Dude, if they've got clever lyrics and shit, I ain't got a problem with it. Throw a little country with some rap.
Well, a lot of people wanted to badmouth him because the name Tupac came up, and it wasn't that he was trying to say he is the next Tupac. He's just saying that's who inspired him. And I remember Jamie listening to Tupac constantly back in the day. But I'm not a big fan of hip hop either. But
I'm not
a lot of people are.
You got to admit, like not all of his stuff is great, but Upchurch has some clever shit. Like he's got a way with words. I like a lot of his stuff.
Yep.
He's funny as hell.
If he doesn't end up doing something with Upchurch, because they're all kind of connected. They all support each other, and I don't know, Stevie. That's actually the first time I've heard hip hop, but it sounded good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's what I've always called it, hip hop.
That makes sense, because he is a hit. But I just know he is everything he claims to be, though. Jamie Palmer's a bad motherfucker. That you do not want none of that.
Well, and I'll just say this, Stevie. Hip hop sounds a whole lot more gangsta than country rap. So
yeah. If it's not the official term, it should be, for sure. Absolutely should be.
Demonox says it is, and I trust his judgment.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, as far as this knife making thing goes, I do kind of regret bringing it up as early as I did because I didn't realize, there's things that are out of your hands. Like when I ordered that crewware, it's 2 weeks before it gets here, and now I'm waiting on heat treat and stuff like that. So it's taking a little longer, but I do plan to do a giveaway on the channel of one of my knives, but probably shouldn't be bringing it up this early. But it's
No, you shouldn't.
Things are ready.
What's up, Brant?
I do plan to give one away. How you doing, Brant? Happy very late birthday, buddy.
See, Jeffrey, Gangsta Grass is a totally different genre that brings in fiddles and banjos and stuff. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I do kind of like, and I'm not saying I could ride around and listen to it all day, but that bluegrass metal type stuff.
Yeah.
Some of that's really cool.
Dude, I tell you, what's a good thing to check out is you can find it on like Spotify, probably Amazon, anything, or even on YouTube. Look up it's called the Pickin' On series, and it's what they do is there's several different bands, but they do bluegrass versions of modern day songs. There's like Pickin' On AC/DC, where they do like the AC/DC Black Album.
Well, that was my
bluegrass version.
My first exposure to it was that band, was Hayseed Dixie.
Yeah, Hayseed Dixie is one of them. There's one called like Steel Horse. There's several different bands on those, but there's they've got a bunch of different albums. There's like Picking on the 90s.
Hey, who is that? Who is that?
Picking on Green Day
that played a chainsaw on stage.
That was Jackal. They're actually from Atlanta. My friend April Farrell, her cousin, was in that video because they did it in like the parking lot of a fucking Big Lots or some shit, like the chainsaw song video. I
spent days and days on set of 2 different Yellow Wolf videos, and all my shit ended up on the cutting room floor. I don't appear on either one of them. And one of them was his biggest song. He did that Rollout. Not Rollout. What was it? They played it during the national championship because he's a big Alabama fan. I can't remember the name of the song now.
Well, the stuff that ends up on the cutting room floor is stuff they don't want aired, right?
Right.
Okay, so there was probably a reason you didn't show up in those videos. I mean,
you don't realize that there's all kind of paperwork you have to fill out and sign and stuff to give them permission. But and I drove those guys all over town, constantly back and forth to the liquor store for them. Wasn't even on the video. And it found that the tattoo shop I worked at, still not in the video. Like when you see on the kicking video when Yellow Wolf's laying there getting that tattoo in his ribs, I was 18 inches away from him, not in the video. I guess I was just too ugly.
Oh, dude, yeah. The Modest Mouse covers are badass. Oh, ATK.
That's the great thing about music, though, man. There's so many genres now, so many styles.
He loves that shit too.
You can always find something you love.
There's it's on one of the, I think it's Picking on the 90s or whatever. Their version of Hey Jealousy by the Gin Blossoms is fucking epic.
I really like that old the Pop Goes Punk stuff.
Oh yeah, dude. And I love their
recently. I love the Pop Goes Punk.
Their Instagram or I think it's their Instagram. They post little short videos. Those dudes are badass, man. That lead singer's just a big old burly dude.
Yeah.
Scotch and things. Scott. I called him Scott, like frickin' Kevin does. Steve, he rode an elevator with a boner one time.
He did it. That's pretty badass, Steve. My only famous run-ins was I met Garth Brooks, and I smoked a joint with Ralphie May. I bumped into Lou Gossett Jr. at LAX. Garth's a pretty nice guy.
Oh shit! Did Brant had another birthday? Are you 31 now, Brant?
32, I think.
32. Okay, yeah. I knew he was 30 adjacent. Yeah. But happy birthday, Brant.
Yeah. And posted a video recently, and it still got struck for underage, whatever.
Because he's the one they think is underage.
I know. I just don't get it, man. He's gone through all the steps. He's provided them with proof of his age and everything, but AI just keeps taking his videos down. Steve, I don't know who Shock G is. Is he from the Wu-Tang Clan?
No. There is no Shock G in the Wu.
I don't know who the Wu is. Stevie's met a lot of famous people though. I think that's
the RZA, the Jizza, the Ghostface Killah, Method Man, Redman.
I don't know who any of the people are.
The Michelin Man.
Never meet your heroes. I also got Doug with I think he might have also got high with Doug in an alley. Doug who?
Humpty Hump is
do the Humpty Hump. God, I wish I could get Meathead to do that dance, dude. They used to crack me up. We'd be hanging out in the woods. He'd have on his metatarsals and his work clothes out there doing the Humpty Hump. And it wasn't hilarious because he was bad at it. He was actually good at it, but that made it even funnier.
That's where Tupac got his start.
Where?
Digital Underground.
Is it really?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
I was never a big Tupac fan.
Whatever. You were East Coast, huh? You were Biggie.
I like Biggie, all right, yeah. But I wasn't a big Biggie fan either.
You was more into Limp Bizkit.
Exactly.
There you go. Well, I'm a purveyor of all musical genres. So
why would you listen to Wu-Tang Clan when you could listen to Fred Durst?
Because Wu-Tang Clan is way better than Fred Durst.
That's absolutely not true.
No, that is absolutely. That's not even not even a subjective statement. That is totally 100% objective.
I think
Wu-Tang Clan is objectively better than Fred Durst. 100%.
Okay. If you say so, this is the thing.
It's not just me saying
resonated with his people because he rapped about stuff that related to them. And Fred Durst spoke to me where Tupac did not.
I don't care how Fred spoke.
I was a kid. I was a white trash dude from the South, so naturally I gravitated more towards Limp Bizkit.
I don't care how Fred spoke to you, whether it was in whispers or with his clothes on or off. But Tupac and Wu-Tang are both more musically talented than Fred Durst ever could hope to be. Not to mention the fact that nowadays, if you see him, he looks like a middle school gym teacher.
Which makes it better.
Or he either looks like a middle school gym teacher or a character from the Beastie Boys Sabotage video. Have you noticed that?
Which makes it better.
No, it makes him exponentially worse.
No, it doesn't. Now that he's not trying to be cool and trying to be a sex symbol, it's even more entertaining. Because he doesn't take himself seriously.
Maybe entertaining, but there's no talent there.
Dude, why are you doing this?
Because I hate Fred Durst, dude. I can't stand him.
whatever.
I think he's like one of the worst things to ever happen to music ever.
No, he's not. He's one of the most important things that ever happened to music because he brought new metal mainstream. I would have never heard of Korn, Slipknot, any of those bands if it hadn't been.
And all of those bands are just way better than his band.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Not to mention he almost freaking.
He also brought us Stained. Aaron Lewis would probably not be.
Aaron Lewis is a country singer now,
Right?
But yeah, and then he ruined Woodstock '99.
John,
like he
I know what
almost.
you're doing, dude. I know exactly what you're doing, and I don't like it.
I'm hating Fred Durst because I hate Fred Durst. I think Fred Durst is the worst.
Fred Durst not to do break stuff. It was not Fred Durst's fault that they took advantage of all those kids. But dude, when you watch him doing break stuff and you see that crowd, the way he's just orchestrating thousands of people, when he moves his hands to the left, it's like an ocean of people move to the left. Dude, that was incredible.
Yeah, that's totally incredible. Like waving your arms, going, "Hey guys, fuck shit up over there. Hey guys, fuck some more shit up over there." Like you're fucking up shit that people own, and also there are girls out there being raped, but who cares about that? Fuck some more shit up. I'm not saying he had a part in it, but like you've got a situation where Pearl Jam's performing.
Most of that actually went on in the rave tent.
You've got a situation where Pearl Jam is performing and people are getting crushed and killed in the audience, and they stop the concert, and Eddie Vedder says, "Hey guys, I'm your friend. You're hurting me by getting this close. Let's not hurt me or your friends that are in the crowd. When I say step back, everybody take a step back," and saved a multitude of lives. And then on the other hand, you got Fred Durst on stage freaking grabbing his cock, talking about, "Let's fuck shit up, everybody. Kill everybody."
Yeah, surfing on a piece of plywood.
Yeah, so Fred Durst is awesome. Love him.
Well, we'll just agree to disagree, John.
We will.
Yeah. He can't help how those kids acted.
Correlation does not equal causation.
Yeah. Well, now that John's pissed me off, I'm ready to get off here.
No, you're not.
I'm not pissed off, but I do need to go. I got to take my medicine.
Why you need to go?
So I need to take my medicine and get into bed.
Oh, you can't take your medicine on screen? Or you gotta? Are you shooting up? You shooting up?
Not. No, I ain't shooting up. It's just it's been 2.5 hours. I saw the first Family Values tour. God, I wish I could have went to that, dude.
One Moon, you my dog. So now that I've hurt your Fred Durst feelings, you wanna get off?
Yeah, you want me to go get my New York hat, my long white tee, and put it on?
Yeah,
I can't, dude. I'm keeping them brand new.
I mean, you showed up here in it.
I'm keeping them fresh for the Limp Bizkit concert I'm going to in August. Already got tickets.
Please tell me you're bullshitting.
Nah, 100% true. Already bought the tickets.
All right. Well, have fun with that.
Guess who's opening for him?
Who?
Corey Haim.
Are you kidding? I thought he's not dead.
No, that's Feldman. No,
I thought they both.
No, I'm sorry. You are right. It's Corey Feldman's band.
Feldman. I was about to say. Yeah,
have you
Feldman's
seen any of his music?
It's horrible. It is horrible.
Right, but it fits perfect that he's opening for Limp Bizkit because everybody hates Limp Bizkit and everybody hates Corey Feldman's band, so it's perfect.
No, you don't, Brant. You absolutely do not look anything like Fred Durst.
Yeah. Corey Feldman's band. Yeah. At least I'll get to see the Angels up on stage. Those grossly underage chicks in lingerie that Corey Feldman pays to prance around the stage.
Yeah, I do know that
PNW would be a boring show.
And also they were slumming it. They were trying to help the man out, and he'd definitely be a boring show. But yeah, his
it was just a music for the time, dude. People needed a voice, and Fred Durst provided that. People who couldn't physically say "fuck you."
100%. Wes Borland is the only redeeming factor of Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, Wes is good.
He is a very good guitarist.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Screw the guy from Creed.
Screw the guy from Creed. I'm tired. I got to hit the sack.
Oh my god, dude. We just started having fun.
No, you just started having fun trying to hurt my feelings.
No, I've been having fun the whole time, actually. So it'll be all right.
All right. Well, you guys know I appreciate any amount of time y'all spend with me, and to those of y'all that donated, man, I really do appreciate that. It makes me feel really good to know that you guys.
I don't. I mean, I appreciate y'all hooking my homie up, but I did not want to see his nipples, so screw all y'all.
John, what do you want these people to do?
I'd get out there, EDC their asses off, stay beautiful, stay weird. No, fuck Limp Bizkit.
EDC your ass off while listening to Limp Bizkit.
Stay beautiful, stay fucking weird. I love you all.
Yeah.
Have a great week.
Y'all.
We'll see you on the next shit show. It's going to take a minute, so y'all settle in.